and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a Sunday night, and we got more wrestling action to get into as WWE NXT brings you No Mercy here tonight. A stacked card, lots to talk about, lots to get into, and a whole lot of wrestling talk to be had. Folks, strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and get in that chat. Welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. Let's go! Ding, ding, ding. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, and me and these pretty faces are going to rock you through the next few hours as we bring you No Mercy. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. TNA is trending online, apparently, so a whole lot of intrigue with this pay-per-view here tonight. As I said, happy weekend to everyone out there. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're safe and keeping well. But make sure you get in that chat, click all the buttons, take this link, share it with your friends, and be a part of the fun, be a part of the show, and be a part of the channel. Without further ado, though, I will remind you, I am Mr. Everyday KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its tag streams trios champions. The Every Night Delight, KJ White, the chapeau that runs the show, and I am Big Nick, and 100% we got TNA involved. It's NXT night, so we got to have the TNA insider out here too as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We got some WWE versus TNA tonight. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to No Mercy. It's going down tonight.
It's going down. It's going down. It should be a good one, folks. Myself, Anthony, and Nick are going to have fun just talking through it. Right now, we are in the pre-show. We got a little more time to kill before we get the actual show. They are talking about the NXT tag titles that will be on the line. Nick, Anthony, and I will go through the card in the next moments here. But make sure you get in that chat. We will say hello. We will say hello at some point. But remember, we got the super chat, super stickers. If you want to stand out and guarantee that we click you, that is the way to do it. Or become a member and join us for our members-only stuff. Plus, you get your emojis and your awards and all that fun stuff as well. But, gentlemen, NXT No Mercy's here. Should be a fun one. A Sunday night pay-per-view. And a lot of excitement going into this particular pay-per-view.
Do we get any surprises tonight? And if so, which ones?
Nick ain't wasting any time.
No.
I definitely think we get either Josh Alexander or Moose interfering in the World Championship or the NXT Championship match. I say Moose because Joe Hendry is the only person that has pinned him in the past, 2 years, I think. And then Josh Alexander on the case because, I said his name right. Josh Alexander. I don't know where my mind went a second ago. But Josh Alexander basically saying he's the face of TNA and he doesn't really like what Joe Hendry is doing right now. So either of those two interrupting tonight, I feel like they're the surprises.
I like Josh Alexander. It's been called for quite a while. I mean, the tie-in with the North and Ethan Page and their history, especially with Josh being a heel as of late, I think it's a really cool idea. I do like the idea of Moose showing up. I would rather him go after Oba. I know that Joe and him have some history, but Oba Femi needs a big challenger that we all feel like can push him to a limit. I mean, Wesley's not cutting it. Some of the other guys he's dusted. Maybe Moose can give him a battle.
I'm kind of hoping for both of those, but then I also think that you look at the tag match that we were talking about. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You finish that thought.
Well, then there's also still the potential of a Motor City Machine Guns that shows up at the end of the tag match. And also I was going to mention with the NXT Women's Championship match, there's been a lot of talk about Julia's allegedly on a flight to the U.S. as we speak, or was, over the weekend, what have you. Some people are speculating that it's Cora Jade that they were talking to off stage, off screen last week and everything. So there's a couple of different potential surprises there.
Cora Jade's an interesting one because she's been on the shelf. She's a bit of a fan favorite. She was getting a lot of love from the, from the bookers. getting a lot of shine, having opportunities, much to my chagrin. But now I feel like she's been so removed from what we remember. She's coming back. She physically looks different. She's matured in multiple ways, surgically and organically. Like she is a different lady. I wonder where she's at coming out of this injury, and can she stay healthy?
Very valid, very valid. I don't know if it's going to be her. I don't think it's really going to be her. I still don't know where she's at with that. And again, she's enhanced. I think it's going to be Julia. We've been waiting for Julia and Roxanne. That's been kind of the feud that we know is going into when Julia shows up, we'd assume. So I'm thinking that Roxanne, spoiler alert, Roxanne retains over Jada, and then we get the Julia appearance.
What if we get Julia and Stephanie back here at the end of that match?
Ooh.
Both come out, and it's just kind of a stare down between the three of them. I could see that happening too. And I don't know much about Stephanie Valkyria. The only match I've seen was one she did at Forbidden Door against Sasha Banks Mercedes. I thought it was but yeah, I'm thinking maybe both of them show up tonight to confront Roxanne Perez.
Stephanie is a good shout, because I know, like Nick just said, a lot of us have been talking about where do we go with, we are expecting Julia. We want her to get in there, but Stephanie's also in the mix. Maybe Stephanie goes secondary, goes after somebody else, goes after maybe a Kalani Jordan. Do they keep Stephanie busy elsewhere? And again, I mean, there's only so many people you can bring in all at the same time.
True. But with the TNA crossovers, could we get more surprises than them actually bringing in, say, a talent? You get a surprise of like Josh Alexander, and I don't know if that's the same as if you brought in a Stephanie Valkyria.
Be a huge pop either way, I think.
Oh yeah, 100%. But it's like different. You're on a loan versus you're adding them to the roster.
Yeah, and I mean, again, I think that's what the fun part of this TNA relationship has been, guys, is that they haven't. It's just not like every week somebody new shows up. They haven't done that. And they kind of let certain people, like Zachary's here and Joe's here. It's kind of like they let people breathe. We had Jordan first, and then when she kind of did her thing, then someone else moves in. So they're trying not to oversaturate it, I believe, and I think they're doing a good job of that. So very interesting.
Yeah, I think NXT has done a great job of kind of pacing out the TNA involvement. Same on TNA's end as well. I kind of wish what they had planned for Slammiversary was going to pan out with whatever they were going to do with the NXT talent, but it didn't happen because of the whole global Microsoft outage. So people weren't able to make it to Slammiversary. So I wonder if what was planned for Slammiversary would play out, over TNA, over NXT. Seems like there was a lot of NXT talent at the TNA tapings last night. So I wonder what they have planned in the future, if they can kind of recover from what they were going to do at Slammiversary.
Right.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a lot of opportunity. I think that's the best part of this whole relationship is anybody, anytime, anywhere. That's the craziest part. Like, there could be a TNA talent that pops up on a main roster show. There could be a TNA talent popping up on a weekly NXT show or a pay-per-view. They have us guessing going into everything. We were here a few weeks ago for their last pay-per-view, and we were doing the same thing. Like, is it a Great American Bash? We were trying to figure it out. Week 1, is someone going to show up? Week 2, is someone going to show up? They've done a really good job of keeping us guessing, making us want to tune in to find out.
Yeah, and it's like you guys have both said, it's a blending on both sides. If it's not just people going exclusively from TNA over to NXT, they're also NXT talents doing stuff over on TNA television, like Anthony mentioned, at the tapings and everything. Now, the only sucky part with that is because they're taped, so spoilers run rampant. Twitter, likes to ruin things.
Yeah, and I hope, if this continues in 2025 and TNA has a plan to eventually go live, I would like that to happen. I have to get over my anger of people spoiling it. They're going to do what they're going to do. So if I see it, I see it. But I do miss the days where, like, you couldn't find a TNA anything online because no one was watching it. But on the flip side, more people are watching it. More people are attending the show. So I got to kind of take the good with the bad.
Yeah, that's the trade-off. As you get more popular, you start getting poached and pillaged, and the vultures start coming out, and they got to be the first one to report on it, or they got to try and stream it, you know, even though they've never done that before, but they might get to show the show, and then it gets pulled away, so they quit. And so we see where their fandom and loyalty lies real quick, Anthony. But for my money, I think they've done a good job. We've had a couple surprises from TNA lately that they've managed to keep under the rug. Like, you know, people have shown up and nobody talked about it. It wasn't out there, or they'll slide it into a pre-tape so they can, you know, edit it into the show without fully tipping their hand. So a lot of speculations, lots of rumors, which makes wrestling all types of fun in 2024.
Right.
But with all that being said, speaking all types of fun, boys, let's say hello to the chat. The early birds are already in here filling up roll call, so we will say hello to everybody out there. Still got about 20 minutes, just under 20 minutes before the start of the show, as I'm currently getting a light bright package. Carly Bright, yay! Anyway,
Medicare.
Oh yeah, you. All right, first in the chat tonight, Quadarius. Start me off with a tongue twister. That's a good one.
Right.
Let's go. What's up? What's up? Easy, good to see you. I'm gonna be at the beach. Have fun at the beach, sir. Or ma'am, whatever. Rocco, thank you for being here. AD's back with us. AB, how you doing? How you doing? Kevin, always a pleasure, sir. Clay, Lewis, James, and KC. I believe, well, he was our predictions champion. And the prediction belt is on the line again. So I would love to see Joe win. I want Joe to win. I really do. I think it would be if you want to make a ripple, that's the ripple you're trying to make. Is Joe is the biggest buzz. Someone from TNA just won the NXT title.
I feel like we're in the same boat that we were in just 2 months ago with Jordan Grace taking on Roxanne, and we all wanted that for Jordan Grace. I want that for Joe Hendry as well. You know, it would be great to see all of the surprises in that match, but if Joe Hendry wins, I think that'd be excellent. I really think that'd be cool.
I think that's the perfect comparable of when Jordan Grace came over. We all kind of wanted it. We all kind of thought, could they actually do it? But it's still probably not going to happen. But it'd be really cool. And it's a good enough idea that you think that they might actually do it. So there's very much the potential that we could all be wrong. And it's, you know, he does end up, you know, walking out of there as NXT champion.
Yeah, I mean, again, it would be really cool. I just think for the buzz, like I'm all about the buzz. I'm all about the chaos. Like what's going to make people talk? What's going to make people rumor and whisper and da-da-da-da? And, you know, you have people out there that are like, well, so what, Joe won, hologram's better, and stupid shit like that. So I'm all for the chaos. I'm all for the reasons to debate shit. So do I think it's likely? No, I'm still leaning towards Ethan, but it would be fun.
Yeah.
Damien, welcome back. Tonight we might get Julia Stephanie or Motor City Machine Gun. So yeah, kind of what we touched on. Good to see you, Damien. Cora's in town. There you go. Jumping them all on. Trey, good to see you. Eric Tate, golfer's back with us. Bradley, good to see you. Boston, how you doing? How you doing, sir? Right away.
Right.
Wait, eventually I'll figure out where y'all are. Hello, everybody. First timer. I'll be sure to try and keep up. All right. Sativa Diva. I love that name. That's a good name. But thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. And we will keep you up to date on everything. Make sure you hit like, share, subscribe. Be a part of the family. Be a part of the Wrestling Utopia. And be a part of all the action. Eric's with us. I'm skipping on everything Boston has to say. Robert Brand, how are you? How you doing? How you doing? Yes, we know you just wet your pants. We're excited about it. I missed you guys for Collision last night. You should have had Anthony do the show. There you go. Commissioning jobs for Anthony. There you go.
Y'all want Anthony? Well, then Anthony can be here every Saturday for Collision.
On stream.
Yeah, sometimes, Ken, we take a little break here on the channel. We run about 355 days a year, which is too much. So we do our best. So
I was gonna say, I think we're on like days something 20-ish with how many days in a row because of, you know, All In, then Bash in Berlin. Now we're here for No Mercy. Next weekend we've got All Out.
Yeah, I was sitting there going through some of the to-do list, and I was like, I'm starting to hate wrestling. I'm so sick of looking at these wrestlers. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Again, lots coming your way. We're live for another 7 days next week, I do believe. And then we are, busy into the rest of the, we're in fall. So we'll be heading towards Survivor Series, Bad Blood, Saudi Show, Full Gear, so much more. TNA's got Victory Road, and Bound for Glory is the major one that's left.
Yep.
There you go. Denisha, welcome back. Steve G in the house. Safit, welcome. Robert Brown, good to see ya. Jason, welcome. Robert is with us. Several Roberts.
All the Roberts.
What's up, chat? There you go. Some chat love. Rocco, welcome back. Vance, I see ya. I think we got Safit already. Dennis Hodge is back in the house. And this list gets longer and longer. Stoner Jesus, how you doing? May the blunt be with you, sir. Phil, welcome back. Woo! Anybody see a name I missed? Kevin Owens is in the house. What up, bro?
Oh.
What are you doing?
Daniel. Easy Bake, what up? Daniel, what up?
What's up, Daniel?
Rigo, welcome back. Alexis Capone's with us. Damn, folks, you guys are getting long in the list. Brandon Barnes, Kyle. There's a few Kyles, a couple Kyles. All right. But that's almost everybody. Remember, we got the super chats, the super stickers if you want to stand out. Are we there yet? No, we got 13 minutes to go. Do you want to talk about the matches real quick?
Absolutely. We can run through them.
Yeah.
All right. So, grudge match kind of came out of left field. We were all super happy about the Rascals reuniting, and they pulled that away from us. Broke our hearts so quick. But Wesley turns on the Rascals. Any chance that Trey Miguel's involved in this? Anyone else involved in this? And who wins?
I would like the X Division title to be on the line in this. I want them to run like a backstage segment with these two where, Wes is trying to get Zachary to put the title on the line and Zachary agrees. That's kind of what I want. I want the X Division title on the line tonight at No Mercy.
He did emphasize that he brought it with him. He's got it there. We showed him when he was showing up backstage and everything. He's got it there with him. So there's the potential for that. But I still think, I don't know if they put it on. I know we've talked about it on like Friday when we were watching Emergence. Once he won, it'd be crazy if he would have shown up and defended it. But I still think Wesley wins this match. So I don't know if they'd want to give him the title. But I think Wesley wins this match, kind of needs to solidify this kind of heel turn that he's doing in NXT and kind of use that as a launching pad, staying in NXT stuff.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm going with you. Wesley needs this win. Like, he hasn't won shit in ages. So yeah, I'm all for Wesley getting the W here. Maybe that's the trade-off. I'll win the X Division title. Joe can have the main title. We'll call it, kind of
interesting.
Tradesies.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
But that should be an interesting matchup. Nick's favorite match, Kalani Jordan.
How are you? No. Kalani retains here 100%. I think it's heresy that you guys even think Wendy's winning this match. How dare you?
I want Wendy to win just to see
just to spite me.
Just to see Nick's reaction. KJ and I will be super excited, and Nick might throw something across the room. I kind of want to see that. So
I'll just disappear. I'll just gone.
It's a large percentage of my time here is just like, when is it gonna pop? Yeah, this one's interesting. Now I kind of talk myself in it, like where I could see Kalani winning, and maybe that's where you debut Stephanie Vacour. You bring her in as a heel, you have her run in, kicks Kalani in the head. And you set that up while Julia is going after the main title. Could work. Not everybody can fight Roxy, so maybe that's the option.
Right. Well, there is also still Delta that they've talked about signing that they signed from Australia Delta. That still might show up. Granted, I think that might take like a video package or two before you get quite a reaction or anything. Like Stephanie, you kind of know, people have recognized her from, like Anthony said, when she was in AEW, did a couple matches, Forbidden Door, etc. Julia, they already showed her at WrestleMania and everything with that. So you're going to kind of expect that reaction. So yeah.
True.
Well, I got your favorite GM backstage right now with special guest referee Trick Williams.
And now I'm mad at Trick more than I'm mad at her. Why is he dressed like that? Where do you even find a button-up vest referee shirt?
My guy.
He looks like a stripper fresh off his.
That's what I was going to say. You find a couple side streets and you can find a shop that's got some shit like that, or especially we're getting into the fall season, Spirit Halloweens and everything are open up. You can find something like that.
He looks like the first ever stripper to use a Foot Locker employee as his gimmick.
I got a size 13 shoe.
Freddie Feet coming to the stage.
Whoa, Tony Atlas, what?
Give me Delta as well, if HBK could, as a surprise. Yeah, I mean, again, like, that's become the issue right now, and I feel like there's this big holding pattern in a lot of the wrestling, AEW, WWE, NXT, and so on, of like, that's a vast majority of the talk is who's going to be there. Not who do we have and how are they doing, but like, who's going to show up? And if nobody shows up, there's a lot of people who are like, well, that was boring. Nothing happened. We talked about it with Cody Rhodes' match. Amazing match with Kevin Owens. But they just shook hands and went out. And everyone's like, oh, well, that was pretty uneventful. Like, wait a minute.
Wasn't he supposed to turn bad guy and everything here and all that? Yeah, it's become a crutch of modern wrestling across every company at times, of literally a show is only as good as how many people return. We talked about it with All In. All In skated by a bit with having bigger surprises versus better matches.
Mm-hmm. I seen some people on TikTok today that were getting under my skin because they were talking about that. Like, again, we watch a shit ton of wrestling. I thought Berlin delivered, and there was a few people today where I was just like, this hurts my brain of like, no, well, why were these matches like, these are just Raw matches outside of like CM Punk? These were Raw matches. And then when you put these matches on Raw, what do they say? Why are they putting Kevin Owens and Cody on SmackDown?
Why are they putting the world title match on Raw?
Why do I feel like I know exactly who you're talking about on TikTok?
You do know who I'm talking about.
No,
I'm
but
sure
someone tweeted out the other day, or like right after Berlin, and was like, predictability is not a bad thing. Everybody was so upset that the card was predictable. I don't care if it's predictable or not. I just wanted to deliver, and every match I felt like delivered. The only surprise I feel like for a lot of people were the tag team title switching hands. I thought that was a big surprise, even though I wanted them to win. But predictability is not a bad thing at all.
We all know Spider-Man is going to win in the end. Superman's going to win at the end. Right. We go to the movies to find out how the heroes win. We don't go to the movies to find out how they're going to get fucked at the very end. No, that does not happen. Or like, and maybe that's part of like the Marvel culture of like, we need a surprise after the credits and to make it.
Yeah, you need a post-credit scene. You need, that's when you need the Spider-Man reveal and everything. Well, it's funny because we were here and I liked how you broke it down, like when we were watching the pre-show and everything like that, of how it's going to just be like a 1-3-5 and a 2-4 format. And the 2 and 4 matches were the surprises of the tag match. Both tag matches were surprise results, and 1-3-5, your starter and your closer, were predictable matches, but were arguably matches that, like, those were the matches of the show, your better matches, even though they were predictable.
Yeah, again, knowing the outcome is not the bad thing. And again, that's what makes, you can't swerve us all the time, or else we won't be surprised because we'll just be sitting
looking at you, Vince Russo.
Right? Not everything can be chaos. And at some point, there has to be a method to the madness. Like, like I said, if you're reading a book and you're halfway through, you're like, I think this guy's going to, pull it off. And there will be trials and tribulations along the way. Like the bad guy gets one over. And people are funny like that. It's the story we're telling. And I'll be honest, Rhea Ripley getting that pin yesterday was a big surprise to me. I thought it was going to go the other way. So that wasn't predictable from my standard.
Right.
I feel like a lot of males on the internet were very well, and a lot of certain people of other persuasions too as well were very happy that pin went the way it was with the stupid sexy Rhea pin.
It's officially called like the pin.
Yeah, I was just about to say she calls it the pretzel pin.
Oh my god!
What did Damien call it?
Was so much better.
It is much better. Damien called it something too, and it made me laugh. It's like we call that like the go home, or I can't remember.
The Alabama cousin right there.
Well, holy shit! Yeah, again, I mean, there's a story being told here, but again, I think any of us in any other, type of show, there's legitimately a spider hanging from the ceiling in my face.
Fair enough.
I'm
You
like,
called out Spider-Man, and now he showed up to make you Spider-Man.
yeah, shit.
Spider KJ. But while you're doing that, I'll say hi to
It's gonna
Chris.
rain
I'll
here
say
tomorrow.
hi to Vance. Who? What now?
I just killed it. It's gonna rain here tomorrow.
Bye. Keyshawn, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Facts.
Yes, sir.
And
I feel like everybody in the chat like kind of already understands that, like it's okay for things to be predictable.
Right.
100%. Like that's why it blew my mind of people who are calling themselves I'm a content creator. And the one person in particular has the worst takes of like, what is everyone saying? Okay, I'm gonna go say the complete opposite in a way that just doesn't make sense and irritates people. I don't get it. Like, and the same people who are like, well, Bash in Berlin just was predictable and it had Raw matches, were the same people who were like, they broke 12 tables and used 75 people, all in, best pay-per-view ever. You're like, you guys got to work with us a little bit.
We talked about that though when we were on literally here watching All In when we got done and everything like that. We knew that because they had those big surprises, they had the big returns. You had Sting come out of retirement, and it's still my favorite reaction for that whole pay-per-view out of everything is when I'm like jamming out to Metallica, and he's like, "Nope, I'm not singing. I'm not enjoying this at all." Just because it's Sting coming back out. That's what for some people made the pay-per-view versus like SummerSlam. I said, was All In going to be better, or was SummerSlam going to be better? SummerSlam still had those type of moments, but had better matches. All In had two great matches. I won't mention Meltzer. Wait, I just did. But it skated by because of the ending of the Swerve Danielson match and because of all the big surprises. Nothing else really on that show was super great.
Yeah, no. Not at all. Tag team titles are on the line. Chase U giving the rematch to Fraxium. So Not Man and Robin want their belts back.
I think that's where they get it. Fraxium wins here, and this could be where we get, the high-flying Motor City Machine Guns show up here. And that's a nice little feud going in there because you got two fast-paced teams. I wish if Chase U was going to be tag champs, let it be Duke and Rage. Why do we need to have Andre there? Andre's rah Siskumba.
He's
rah Siskumba. You can be the manager. You can be the head teacher.
He's like the dean, and technically he's probably the best wrestler in the group, like actual wrestler. Might be. Duke's good though. I like Duke a lot.
We need some Duke.
I'm not sure about that.
Right.
I think a better match for Motor City Machine Guns, if they do come to NXT, is Axiom and Frazier. So I did in the prediction video say Chase U because they just won the titles, but someone else like Speedball just won the title and lost it 30 days later. So I'm gonna change my prediction here since we got a couple of minutes before the show. I'm gonna go with Axiom and Frazier.
I'm kind of leaning with you guys. I kind of am. I think they've got us off the idea that Chase U was going to break up, and then they're going to break up. Axiom and Frazier gave a big speech about how they realized together they are better. So I don't see them.
They've had that weird little tension, almost like Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, of like they're both kind of almost doing their own thing, kind of seem like they're annoyed with each other, but then still manage to work out as a tag team. I'm getting the end of the countdown show right now.
As well, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, NXT No Mercy is about to kick off. Get in that chat. Hit all the buttons. I want to see triple digits. Nick, Anthony, and I, we're going to try a three-way sync up. Pause. So stay tuned. You can sync up with us.
We're not in France, but I call that an Eiffel Tower. I got then.
We'll be right back.
Oh, you're not.
I got now.
I got now. So me and you have to pause.
I got then.
I got forever.
Okay, pause on forever.
I got now.
Stay on forever, Nick.
I got
forever. I got forever.
You got forever? I let you go past me. Okay, I got No Mercy Denver on my screen.
All right, I don't have that. I have Together.
Okay, let's go. Catch up.
I'm hot dogs. So catch up, homie.
Let me know when you get the logo on the screen.
I got Mountains. Denver.
I got it.
NXT No Mercy Denver.
Okay. So I think we're good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're kind of synced up. The three-man's always tricky, but we might have to adjust as we go here. But the show is kicking off. Curious to see what starts tonight. Yeah, we've already given all our predictions. We talk a lot. But yeah, don't forget, tomorrow we are back for Raw. We're here all week long as we head towards All Out next weekend because the shit don't stop.
Right? I got Joe Hendry on my screen.
Yeah. What's that?
I was just saying I had Joe Hendry on my screen.
I did
too. I was trying to find another point.
But yeah, we're looking forward to this one. What do you think starts off the show?
Ooh, good question. Good question.
I think the tag team title match starts off the show. That's what I think.
I'll go Oba.
Oh, Wesley and Zachary Wentz.
That's a good one too.
That's a good one to start. Yeah.
I like this, man. I mean, again, a lot of people get really bellyaching about like a lot of pay-per-views aren't having enough matches, but at no point yesterday, no point during a lot of this, and we'll see tonight, you're not bored. You're not like, oh fuck, here we go again. You're just into it. Like everything they're delivering, you're curious about.
100%. It's that tiptoe act. Sorry, Anthony.
Oh no. I was gonna say I like the shorter match cards, like, and then I tried to time yesterday during the matches, like and I'm like, there was no 30-minute break between the matches, so I don't know if y'all missed how to tell time in kindergarten, but you might want to go back.
Well, I have a personal vendetta against those type of fuckers on Twitter and everything like that. They'll sit there and be like, oh, in a 3-hour show, WWE put on 45 minutes of wrestling. Meanwhile, in a 2-hour show, AEW Dynamite put on in 1 hour and 13 minutes. It's like, who gives a flying fuck? Which show is better? I don't care how many times Batman's on screen versus how good the fucking movie is.
Well, and in addition to that, again, like it's such a weird argument of like, I want to be entertained for, say you got me for 3.5, 4 hours. I want to be entertained for that time. So I really don't care what's on the show. Like if we're going through it and at the end of the show, I'm like, that was fun and we enjoyed it. I mean, okay, take out some of these 30-minute promos, which is hyperbole to prove a point. Pull those out and throw in a nothing match. Throw in a Tozawa fucking Nakamura match for no reason. Like I'd rather not have those matches. I don't need a Jericho Hook match on my pay-per-view.
We need NXT. We need Nakamura. Sorry, I saw just NXT side, but we need Nakamura on like a milk carton or something. I don't know where he's been.
He's there. Lurking, guy.
I like this from MDB. They're in sync. KC is Justin Timberlake, Nick is JC, and Anthony is Chris Kirkpatrick, I guess.
Chris Kirkpatrick can get his ass kicked.
New kids on the block. You know the lines.
Booker T starting this off. I like that the commentators are starting like in the aisleway with like a hype package.
Right. Yeah, shuffle ducky, quack quack.
So whoever went tag match gets the points.
That was
me.
That
might have been you. Oh, Anthony. Sorry.
Anthony, it wasn't me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the prediction belt is on the line. Tag team titles are also on the line. Who wins? Kind of sounds like Bailey's music, which also sounds like X-Men.
Yeah, well, I'm like trying to figure it out because it's got like that hard rock theme, but I'm like, did they change it up or something? This feels like excitement. Then again, half the time I'm more just distracted by their entrance of when they're super just blurry freeze frame and shit. So I'm like, okay, I've never actually listened to their song.
Right. At least it's not generic rock music number 2. So
oh my god, it's getting worse. Like worse. Like it really does feel like they just have a library of songs and they're like, we got a new person, they're this, and they go to their library and pick one out. Like they're not making the songs for the people. And that's a big thing that's missing, where the songs a lot of times used to match. Now it's just like you said, generic song number 2. Send them out there. We're good to go. PFC, horrible name, horrible music. DIY, horrible name, horrible music. What have we done?
Yeah, it used to. You used to be able to tell the person by the music. Now we're literally half the time having to wait until we see the name pop up, what have you, to realize who it is that's actually coming out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the worst.
I feel like the music was just like kind of it was a part of the character, and now it's just background noise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Find it very interesting. 2 members of Chase U are wearing black and red, and 2 are wearing black and yellow. Dun dun dun.
Wolfpack is back, causing mass destruction. Yes, you see, the bad boys are wrestling. Is that what we're doing with this? We're gonna get Chase U silver and gold, and then Chase U black and red.
Black and black and red.
you tried to get there. You tried to get there.
I got there. What's up, Geekbox? Everyone's favorite second box. If you haven't checked out Geekbox yet, go check out the channel. Amazing videos, not just wrestling content, video games and such. Go check out our friend Geekbox, who's been on this show. Go check him out and give him some love. Like I said, folks, second best box in the world.
Right. But Fred Bucks is taking Not-Man and Robin of Seth's friend and Turtleneck Man for the W. Batman and Robin win, says Eric. Lady B, Sonic and Tails for the win. Steve for the win. Keyshawn's just in the sky. So Chase U, I guess. Ridge Holland turns on Chase U. Chase U for the win. Chase U, Axiom and Frazier. Not-Man and Robin for the win. Is that hologram from AEW?
Listen,
double duty.
I'm saving my hologram rant for later this week. Man, am I so fucking irritated with this entire hologram thing. I think some people's minds are holograms. What are we like? We'll get there, but back to the action.
So you heard it here first. KJ thinks we're in the Matrix. As Bo said, so is taking Chase U. Jobs is taking Chase U. Yes. As we are on our way. Ding, 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 ding.
I thought I put a poll out there, but apparently I faked it.
Fair enough.
There it is. 62% for Chase U.
There you go. Oh no, that's bad.
Wow.
My brain didn't math right for a second.
Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to close up the predictions. So last call on your selection for this match.
Ooh.
I
need a physics teacher to break it down for me. Do you actually gain more momentum bouncing off the ropes like 4 times, or is that just like a wrestling thing?
Depends who you are. People like me fall on the second try, just fall. They're going too fast. You ever feel like when your feet and your body are going too fast and you're like, and you
momentum is a bitch.
That's there you go. And I roll, so it's good. It seems to work for him.
Right. You can ask Braun Breaker because he moves the entire ring.
That's a special type of human being, though.
Swinging front headlock from Ridge.
Ridge, you have a bad history with neck injuries and head injuries. I wouldn't do that.
Come on. Wait, leave poor Ridge alone.
People don't forget.
No, they don't. Fuck. Big E hasn't forgotten, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Beatbox, hell yeah. Cheers, boys. Need to sort out joining you again soon. Best wrestling channel out there. Appreciate it, my guy. And then right above that, we got Jamal saying, just subscribe. Yeah, just do it.
Hey.
Are you telling us you did, or are you demanding others do? Because both are great.
Both.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Man, they're going super fast. Like, I'm struggling keeping up with what's happening.
Yeah, hologram, eat your heart out.
Still, I know we've always kind of poked fun at Axiom and everything, but that's still a kid, and he still was even super talented before that. Like, he's our favorite Spaniard now. We didn't even realize until or was it like a month ago that he's actually Spanish?
I always thought he was British.
Yeah.
Close. No, not even.
Europe.
Hey, standing shooting star. What a fucking pace to start this match.
Dos amigos.
Unnecessary F word there. But yeah, definitely off to a really solid pace for this one. This is what I want from an opening match. Energy.
Well, and that's what makes that. Well, I think that's why we all kind of picked something that would have been that like faster pace and everything. Like Anthony nailed it on the head of you've got this, that you've got a title on the line, you've got an overact with Chase U, and you've got Axiom and Frazier who are going to sit there and be fast paced, going to keep momentum here. And could you start it off with a surprise already out of the night?
Yes.
Crazy if they do that. I feel like what's missing from this match is someone called the Learning Tree. I think that'd be great in this match right now.
This has just become, now you're in the middle of us, so it should become poke KJ and see dance. Do this thing, get mad.
Listen, we have an institute of higher learning on the show, and it's much better than the fucking under the umbrella tree. We're good.
Should that be the next court of Chase U versus Learning Tree?
Yeah, I guess
the better higher institute of technology.
No, I promised the people our next one's a Meltzer extravaganza.
Oh yeah.
Oh right.
Just the roast of Dave Meltzer.
Nick and Anthony are going to be the judge for that one, and I'm just going to cut loose for an hour and a half.
So we just let you go and just we're there to just bounce off of.
Yeah. Welcome to the tribunal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a three-headed monster for that one. I think we're just all three. Nobody's going to defend him, so we're all just going to go on the offense.
Right. Triangle offense, boys. Phil Jackson. Steven, do you guys see any returns tonight? Guessing Nikita Lyons. If we're as far as returns, I think the only one we've talked about is Cora, but
yeah.
Does Nikita Lyons want to be a wrestler?
Yes. I don't know. You'd have to ask her, I think.
Allegedly.
She seems to.
I mean, it looks like she enjoys it. I don't know. I know she was in Wild Women of Wrestling for a bit. I was watching that for a time being, but I don't know.
Rage up on top. Speaking of not knowing, flying headbutt, not bad.
It's just fall. It's go up there and just fall.
Oh wait, where did Frazier come from?
He's the Flash. Not Man and Robin killed me. Sup, boys? What's up, Adam? Always happy to see Anthony on the broadcast. Shout out.
Absolutely. Well, it's still over 50%. It's like a neck and neck. As far
it's shifting as the match is going. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. The
1, 2, 2 go.
Big kick out.
There's still even the tension between Duke and Ridge a little bit, and Ridge has tried to sit there and play big brother to Thea and everything like that. So you've still got your own intertwined stories within Chase U as well.
We got to tag to Chase. Chase looks funny when he runs.
Yeah, because he's not athletic.
He really is. It just looks so funny.
He's either not athletic or he's so athletic that he can fake not being athletic.
Such a goofy dude. Oh, wait a minute.
That was a terrible miscommunication.
Yeah.
Someone zigged when they should have zagged.
Axiom gets knocked off the top rope, technically by Frazier.
Spanish fly.
Big Spanish fly.
Ooh. Oh,
right into a hook. Powerbomb.
That was a
that's a
powerbomb.
Man's like, I hear you saying that bullshit about me saying I can't wrestle, and I hit a Spanish fly into a fish like a double underhook powerbomb.
He was literally watching the stream before he did this match.
Hey, we've had wrestlers watch us, so 100% we can legitimately say we're the wrestling stream that wrestlers watch.
Yeah, it's always fun when we're like, "Hi, nice to meet you," and the wrestler goes, "So Nick, you think I'm Ellsworth, eh?"
Yeah.
We're like, "Oh shit, you heard that?"
Yeah, he did.
Same thing with Grim. Like, it made me laugh. You're like, "I watch you guys all the fucking time." I'm like, "Really? Why?" Thank you. Still in history, my favorite interview ever.
Oh,
only guy that's
we
ever
talk about that on the members only stream.
Yeah, shit. Go check that out. That's awesome.
Right. Misfit Wrestling Podcast shout out. Say a reminder, Andre Chase used to wrestle for Ring of Honor. I did not know that, honestly. I'm a bad
Ring of
wrestling
Honor. And then he had a really good run in, like he spent time in NXT UK. And that's where I thought he picked up a little more focus than he got. He had some good stuff in Ring of Honor. I thought he was really good in NXT UK.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Rich catching everybody.
Right.
Don't get back in the ring.
A Spanish fly on a Spaniard? Wow.
And then Ridge just
does the gold piece. Sorry.
Did you see that stupid spot?
No, I just missed it because I was reading the comment. Oh,
Ridge throws both guys over the guardrail, turns around to celebrate, and then turns back around and gets hit. Like, dude, you knew they were there. Why'd you just
foiled by my own trap again?
Big splash. Hell of a fucking match. There I did it again. Big kick to Ridge for no reason. Just because it's Ridge.
450. Oh. 1, 2. Just a springboard 450 just out of nowhere. Just you can have that. But then again, we've talked about this and mentioned this of could WWE use right now a cruiserweight division? They've tried it multiple times, multiple iterations, 205 Live and such, but it's never managed to really hit. But maybe without the leader of I need everybody to be big and sweaty, that maybe it could work out with guys like an Axiom, Frazier, what's his name there? Miles Bourne on Chase U and everything too. Oh
no, but it's a long list. Javon Evans is now in the mix. You got Dragon Lee kicking around. I think you could do it. Vince McMahon never understood cruiserweights. So every time, big clothesline.
1, 2 count.
What a match. Vince would book the little guys, but make them wrestle like just small heavyweights. So a lot of like rear naked chokes, a lot of holds, a lot of like, no, they were meant to fly. Why is Grand Metalik fucking holding down, his Lucha Party friend? Like, why are they not flying?
Buckle bomb kind of there from Ridge on the Axiom.
Kick.
Or on a Frazier, yeah. Axiom with a gut kick. Breaks up the count.
What I'm with the crowd, folks. And
this match is wild.
316 NXT is better than AEW. Well, now they're getting closer and closer to almost the same ratings, but no one wants to talk about that now, do they?
Yeah.
Step up Enziguri. Vince wasn't in the small guy's paws. Yeah, no. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty man.
Right? Big sweaty man. Really does. Is that the theme song to the series?
That's the we found out after Bash in Berlin, WWE has nothing to do with that documentary, and we know the suit against McMahon has nothing to do with that documentary. So that's going to be very interesting where they go with it.
Well, I think it's going to be
1, 2 counts. This is the match that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends, and not in a bad way. This is just insane.
You can't get the finish. Big clothesline from Ridge.
Axiom boots Frazier. Tagging a Ridge as Axiom's checking on Frazier.
2, another 2.
What a clothesline.
Turn that man inside out. I don't know if you're ahead or behind, sir.
I think I might be slightly ahead.
I got the backstabber. 1, 2 go.
Just got the 2 count.
Let me know when you get Ridge tagging Chase back in.
So it seems like me and Nick are synced up.
We somehow ended up It's US versus Canada here.
Yeah, it's your.
Don't even say it. Tag him out.
Got the tag.
Big NXT chants breaking out.
Big move from or on the top for Frazier. Sorry.
Up and over. Ridge taking another one. Holy shit. I'm with Booker. Wow. 2.
One.
Andre Chase playing to the crowd.
Swing a neck breaker. Going up to the top rope.
Okay.
Stab up Enziguri.
Now he's being joined, Nathan Frazier, with a blind tag, correct?
Right, yes.
Yes. Another Spanish fly.
Ooh.
Well, from Hispanian, it's just a fly.
Yeah, it's the Spanishy of the Spanishy flies.
Oh, corkscrew.
Three new world champions again.
That
Clean.
was really good.
Let's go.
Now I'm waiting though. Yeah, and by the way, the gold Chase U shirts say Champ U. I just noticed. I know somebody put it out in the chat. Yeah, I just noticed.
Champ you. Not anymore.
No, not quite.
Right? You gotta send those as donations now.
Want to know 0-1, want to know Roxanne Perez win. Lewis, not yet.
You're early.
I'm glad I changed my prediction.
But it's so weird because the miscommunication was between Axiom and Frazier, but they still managed to get the win. So they're still not quite getting along. Chase U did well, but lost. Interesting.
Yeah, it's different because there was a couple times I thought, all right, that's the end of the match. Like when they just showed the replay of, like you said, the miscommunication to where Axiom hits Frazier. I was like, I thought that was going to be the end of the match right there. And instead, it still leads to this distraction, the back and forth and everything to where they pick up the win.
No, 100%. I mean, again, it's very interesting as far as how that just went down.
Right.
Great energy.
So far, nothing, though. But we've just got Chase U all consoling each other in the center of the ring. This feels like this is taking a while.
Yeah, there goes Ridge.
Oh!
What the hell, Ridge?
If you
and down goes Chase. See you running away.
If you dot, you're good.
What?
Just dot and you're good.
Dot, and I'm good. Dot.
Yeah, as I've got Ridge just into the barricade right now.
Okay, he's throwing him into the stairs.
On!
Called it. Chambers happy.
On Hinge Ridge.
You suck, Chance.
Can we just have at some point need to do like a character breakdown of what's happened with Ridge Holland in the past like 5 months? This man has gone from he just threw him over the top rope and they're acting like they just threw him off the Empire State Building. Oh my God.
As they're clearing off the table. No MCMG though.
Well, does somebody show up to do? Well, Thea tries to interrupt.
Thea,
emotional.
Emotional.
Look at you, emotional.
Booker T.
I was looking at Booker T's facial expression.
I told you. What do you want me to do?
I tried to tell you.
That's that disappointed father look on his face.
Oh,
DDT.
Oh. As he looks right at Thea doing it too.
Hey, this is the
Ridge Holland's past 6 months has been so weird. This man was a brawling brute, retired, unretired, became Chase U, like was healed here or was this there? Like, just what the fuck are they doing with this guy?
Oh, the gurney. You know what though? Best reaction Ridge Holland's gotten in 2 years.
Are they gonna do it part of his gimmick of he stretches people out? He's Psycho Sid now. He stretches people out.
That's his gimmick. One more time, they're chanting. The crowd is so
bloodthirsty crowd in Denver, Colorado.
The stoners in Colorado, I'm not sure who the babyface is.
Right. Well, and that's interesting. I like that, at least the minor touch of they start to put the neck brace on, they go to commercial, because you wouldn't show that shit if it was If it was real, if you're actually trying to look out for him, you're not going to show it.
Right. That's a good point. 106 in the chat, by the way, 101 now. So over 100. Let's see if we can get that up to 150, folks. We thank you for being here. First match is in the books. We have new tag champs as Axiom and Frazier do walk away, get their belts back. Again, I think they've had 4 or 5 really great matches in a row. And I think, Anthony, you had said, I'll figure that out eventually. You had said something a couple seconds ago as well.
Oh, yeah, I was saying that Booker T has like this face on that says, I tried to tell you, y'all never listen to me.
Y'all only get caught up in the shucky ducky quack quack. You don't listen to what I be saying in between them.
Right.
Oh, he was hilarious. He was standing there just with that like disappointed head nod of like,
what? I was halfway with that Booker. I was
He's
like, he used to wrestle. Stop him. Do something. Batman, do something. Give him a spinneroonie. Do something, motherfucker. Bookend.
That was excellent. Yeah, great match. Great energy. And we're with Pete Dunne. The YXB, Young and Bitter.
Who's your what?
That's his thing now.
Oh.
Young and Bitter.
Young and Bitter.
Explaining how he's pissed off. I love this promo package about him being pissed off that they called him Butch. How dare you call me Butch?
You got the Canadian exclusive. I got a football ad.
Oh yeah, you guys, yeah.
Oh no, I have the package with Pete Dunne.
I
pay for
the hell are y'all then?
I have Peacock Premium because I hate commercials. So
I'm cheap.
More boobs. Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. That was a banger opener, everybody. Axiom and Frazier, as much as we make fun of them for being, not Man and Robin, and kind of pseudo heroes in a way, they have strung together a bunch of really good matches.
Are they arguably one of the better tag teams currently on the WWE roster?
Yeah,
in all of tag team wrestling.
That's a kind of a valid point at this point. Just it's gotten kind of rough out there.
Mm-hmm.
It is rough in the tag team division as a whole in the 3 major companies. I can agree there, but I do like Axiom and Frazier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right now, as far as a team being consistently booked or an actual tag team that don't feel fragmented or just thrown together, we've seen FTR a little bit being involved, but they haven't done much and they can't get a win. ABC is a good shout. From TNA. They've been outstanding and consistent. We all thought they were breaking up. They haven't. The system's good, but they are what they are. But again, these 2 guys are giving us banger matches. Not a lot of tag teams out there you can say like every week they're put on a show.
Absolutely. Sorry, this popped me of Misfit Wrestling saying Ridge Holland started his big show face heel turn face. Yeah, 100%. That man turned face and heel more times than the fucking moon changes phases and everything.
Right.
I'm sorry, MDB. I just had to throw that I have Peacock Premium, so I had to throw that out there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because MDB before that was KJ gets all the good promo packages when we just get these shitty Peacock commercials.
Yeah.
I'm a peacock and you got to let me fly.
See, it's very interesting heading into this main event tonight. This package is about the rivalry between Pete Dunne and Trick Williams. And we saw how NXT went off the air. So this, does that just set up a reason why Trick can't make the count, which opens the door for somebody to slide in and cheat? I don't know, guys.
There's even still, like we talked about it, of the potential of a Josh Alexander shows up. There's multiple different ways that they could go with this. They could even go it to where, Trick kind of goes of, I could count it, but you don't work here. I'm not giving you the belt. Or he sits there and does it. I'm going to pin both of you, and I'm going to do the Austin of, I'm the new champion because I counted the pin. I win.
Amen.
Ada Parker. How you doing, Miss Parker?
Oh, that's up next.
Oh.
Let's go.
Okay.
Dang.
No, later tonight. I lied. I hate when they do that. Fuckers.
I don't know if it's they do that or us on the vitamins get caught up in it of like, oh, they're showing.
It's knee jerk. Yeah, 100%. They show a graphic. We're like, next match. And they're just, listen.
They're like, later tonight. Ah!
In an effort to stay up on it. Pause.
Hey, well, Plumpy TV. So we've converted someone from Codman and Santee. So apparently, since they weren't live, I'm going to watch your live reactions. There you go.
Well, welcome, Plumpy. We are the Wrestling Utopia. We are the wrestling friends you can't find anywhere else. We watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there. And I mean this in the utmost respect to everybody, but we legitimately watch more live wrestling. A lot of people take breaks that we never take. So we are live like 300 plus a year, folks. So thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you enjoy the show. And be a friend, tell a friend. See how many other people we can bring over.
Right?
Ditto what KJ just said.
MDB quick with the wrestling for life over everyone else. And it always throws me off too because it's the mirror thing. Like when the predictions belt used to be above me and I'd point like this. I'm like, no, it's the other way, dumbass.
I still like we do this weekly, and I'm still like I'm gonna have to label my hands like Anthony Nick.
Do this.
Okay.
So we're getting the Wesley Zachary Wentz video package.
Yes. So Wesley Zachary Wentz coming up next.
Do we get, the wishes of, you and Anthony, I believe, or at least Anthony, we get the X Division championship on the line here? I still thought this video package was interesting. They started at the beginning of Wesley's whole career, but sorry about the X Division title.
Wait, what? Anthony.
Yes.
No, I hope we get the X Division title on the line. I would love to see that happen tonight. If we don't, I won't be upset, but I do. It's crazy because I feel like Wesley wins this, but I can't vote against TNA. I have to be the TNA guy here. So Wentz has to take this victory and go back to TNA happy.
But
go Nick.
Side question. Was Wentz your prediction to win from Emergence? I can't remember from the prediction. So, how did you feel when Zachary Wentz won the X Division title?
I was surprised. My prediction was Mike Bailey. I thought Mike Bailey was going to retain. You had this long feud with Mustafa Ali, and then you dropped the title 30 days later. I was upset that Zachary won, but I feel like they're doing this because of what's happening with NXT and TNA, and I think Zachary really needed that push to win that title. I was shocked though. I really was shocked.
Yeah, I think he was the second. Outside of Hotch, I think Zachary was probably the second least likely not to win, and the fact that he got in there, I love it. It was a big surprise. Big fans of the Rascals, love what they've done over the years. So to see him get a little bit of love, like we know Trey's had a couple good runs. Wesley's been over here, So yeah, Zachary getting some love. I thought it was really cool. And again, I think the fact that if this remains non-title, even it just makes it that much more obvious that this is a Wesley moment. Wesley needs a win, especially as a newborn heel. If he loses now, you're like, all right, you're a chump. You're mad, but you're a chump. You lose to everybody.
Well, and especially when the heel turn wasn't the greatest because, he turned on the Rascals, but every reason for the turn we never saw. So you can't feel that invested behind it because nothing feels fully justified outside of just you said it and all of that. And is it interesting that it seems almost with TNA of you almost know who's going to be involved with NXT because they start to get a push in TNA or vice versa. It's one of those, if you get involved here, like Zachary Wentz gets involved with TNA, with NXT, you get a push in TNA. You get this and that going on between NXT and TNA. All of a sudden, the TNA talent gets a push on TNA.
That's
that's a fair point. I actually want to answer the first part of your question and the second part where you mentioned the turn. Yeah, the turn, we really don't understand what happened with the turn. And to be honest, Zachary and Wesley actually was the ones to leave Trey Miguel by himself. So if there was anybody turning, I feel like it should have been Trey Miguel, to be honest.
Yeah, as here comes Zachary Wentz, the X Division champion. Again, it just was quick. And I wonder if Anthony pointed out earlier, a couple shows got screwed up because of travel. Maybe that took a week or two away from it. I'm just hoping, like, just grasping. But at the end of the day, yeah, there was no real reason for them to hate each other. Like, you were so happy to see them, but you were faking it the whole time. Like, I don't know.
I'm just trying to figure out this man's attire. How do I get a crop top like that? Drop top. But this man's out here in just like the complete denim, halfway cut off Robin Hood attire.
Right. 81% going Wesley.
Well, and does it almost kind of at times become that situation of it's an NXT premium live event? I still want to always call it a pay-per-view, but Papa Paul will hunt you in your dreams if you call it a pay-per-view instead of a premium live event.
Right.
That this is still an NXT show, so does most of the NXT talent, like a Ethan Page, like a Wesley, need to go over TNA talent?
They don't need to, but they probably will.
Right.
Which I think makes, like, if somebody does, like, when we have seen NXT, like Joe comes in and goes on the main event, gets a big win on the main event of a weekly show, you're like, oh shit, they actually gave the win. Like, so when you do get it, like, if it was just happening all the time, yeah, it's going to be a bit of an issue, and vice versa, right? It's not like Tatum Paxley going over there and whooping Jordan's ass. Like, they're taking their L's in the other direction as well.
Oh yeah, Tatum went over there, and if you ever wanted the cleanest version of Tatum Paxley's entrance music there, you could have just gotten that, because there was not a crowd response at all.
It was not.
But 4-4, I think, was a great point for Anthony here. Seeing the TNA X Division title on NXT is tough. Like,
yeah,
that's still a dope ass visual of you've got it. And the TNA X Division, which has always been one of my favorite TNA titles.
Yeah,
because it stayed the same though too. Out here on NXT,
it looked beautiful coming down the ring with Zachary Wentz.
right.
And you touched on this earlier about the idea of maybe the WWE has an appetite for a cruiserweight-ish division. Again, showcasing kind of X Division guys in this way might lend well. Like, oh shit, the fans are really into the guys when they are doing the fast-paced stuff. Like, that is something as far as counter-programming your competition. If you have a whole bunch of guys that can do the high-flying stuff, it helps.
Right. But we are underway, folks. So again, if you haven't done so already, let us know who you're taking. Whether you're taking Wesley, you're taking Zachary Wentz as West for the win. Western Lee is on his anime villain art.
Right.
This match is going to be a highlight reel, says Steven. Wesley for the win. Wesley. KJ letting everybody know that the predictions are closed.
Close, folks. Up and over.
Oh, a little sweep kick there.
All right, let me close this one up. But let's see what 80% for Wesley. So heavy favorite, folks.
Yeah, that's fair. That's definitely fair.
A lot of talk lately, whispering of Myron Reed getting involved in this in some way, shape, or form. Not specifically on NXT, but maybe more likely on TNA. I just don't know what he's tied into elsewhere.
Right, and I don't even know what, like, because he hasn't really been seen in TNA recently, so I'm not sure what he's really doing.
No. He put out a couple tweets, and you know how the internet is, of like,
right,
he tweeted something, it means all the things.
Yeah, well, I know we've seen him in Wrestling Revolver and all of that. So he could always still get involved. I think it's still interesting, even with like just still keeping the Rascals around an extent in NXT a bit, with how Zachary Wentz has come out with like the MSK music. Like, we've still got this, bitch. We can still use this if you want to keep showing up every now and then. So this might not be the last time that we get the Rascals in some form or fashion involved in anything.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. This match, I would never thought would ever happen. I mean, that's a good point from Damian with everything that took place, like the outside the ring stuff and the politics and moving on. And we never thought we'd see this, maybe ever again, and no matter where it was.
Facts, honestly. I mean, shit, you got Gigi, though, still on NXT roster, so that might help out, too, with him.
Is she?
Yes, fucker.
I miss Gigi.
I do too, but the last we saw of her, she just might have gotten thrown into a trunk from Ariana Grace or something.
It might have been best for her.
I was so wrong with her versus JC Jane in that whole situation.
Really worked out. No, but I also think their booking kind of misstepped, because I think if she was able
that
to,
all the way up,
if she could have dug into being a heel right away and like really got heelish, because she has a bit of a bitchy kind of attitude, like a, you know, like don't look at me type of vibe, and they tried to make her babyface, and it just came off disingenuous. So and we lost her. We never got her back.
Right. But Wesley right now in control since glancing in the turnbuckle.
Zachary always winning with he's with Gigi.
Kyle, I completely forgot about that. What?
Kyle.
Oh, Kyle.
He's referring to Zachary with Gigi. Zachary is already winning. There you go. Damien echoing that. Y'all, when JC Jane super kicked the talent out of Gigi, don't y'all remember? That's Nick's one of Nick's famous calls.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest regrets. No regrets with that. And Marty Jannetty just kicked Shawn Michaels. And boy, did I fucking guess that wrong. That started the losing streak that I have yet to get off of.
And then it began.
Right. It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times.
Right.
As Wesley with Chicken Wing.
And a good buzz in the crowd right now. If you listen in the background, there's the crowd's got a good murmur to it, not silent, which is nice. And again, off to a nice start here. I remember.
It is really interesting because there's not like a weak match on this show. So we're going from a tag title match to a blood feud, essentially, like brother versus brother here.
Right.
Well, that's the one thing with these smaller cards is you can't you can't throw up a softball. You can't put in a nothing match on a 5-match card. You can't do it. So again, a smaller match card, it tends to mean, or it has meant to me so far, every match matters. You might not get the match you hope for quality-wise. You have no idea. But going in, every match has something to it. It is the top 4 or 5 stories at this time.
Right.
Especially Wendy Chu.
You watch, I'm going to be on a pause for the cause when that fucking match happens.
100%. Spooky Chu.
I think you should be here for that, Nick.
I know. I feel like I have to. Like that's like I need to make sure I'm here for that. That's the litmus.
Right.
After that, I need to walk it off after I lose my fucking noodle.
Yeah, man, you got to lean into it. I mean, you want to take a break? No, we'll wait. Well,
yeah, absolutely. Well, that's the thing though, is too of how much though are these NXT premium live events, especially under HBK, starting to get closer and closer to the NXT takeovers that we used to get with the black and golds, and getting much more of that same vibe of can't miss moments.
Yeah, the days of the takeovers, they were amazing to watch. Ooh.
Wentz flying through the air, taking out Wesley. It's regardless of story, regardless of interest, even if you don't know who the wrestlers are, you could hate NXT, never watch it, but click on the pay-per-view like the old black and gold. You could know nothing about it, and turn it on, and you were about to be presented with really, really good wrestling matches.
Swanton Bomb. Two
chance.
Well, and they'll do a good enough video package that they'll sit there, and even if this is the first time you're tuning in, you'll get enough that you know enough of the story that you can get behind the match, and the match is going to fucking over-deliver.
Yeah.
I think WWE tailors their like television shows and pay-per-views with the video packages to enhance new viewers to come in and watch. You can come in and watch the pay-per-view and know nothing about the storylines, but if you watch that 5 to 7 minute video package, you know exactly what's about to happen.
Oh, Meteor slide into a
turned into a
Boston. If you ask Chris Jericho, it's a Wall Jericho, but it's a Boston Crab.
Crab, like the man, like the learning tree. It's Krabby.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call it the Boston Gamer.
they have ointments and shampoos for that, Chris.
I'm gonna call it the Boston Gamer crab. That's what I'm gonna call it.
Oh.
Well, if anyone's got crabs, anyway. That kick was crazy.
Yep, that was crazy too.
What up? I was looking for a good comment to change the topic.
Ain't gonna happen.
You let me down, chat.
Step up into the way.
Oh!
Poison runner.
What? Oh my God.
Oh, off of Brett's rope, the most dangerous rope. Two go.
Damn.
I thought that was about to be a 3 count.
That's the thing, is this match was going, and now it's starting to really, we're going up through the gears here pretty fast.
2-2-2 off the cardiac kick. We haven't seen the cardiac kick in a while. Sorry, Nick, I know you might have been saying something.
I was just saying of how this match has literally started off of, it was kind of going along, it kind of had that pace of, and then now we're running through the goddamn gears here of we're huge, corkscrew, cardiac kick, two counts all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
He got so much height from the second rope with that move. Like, that's crazy.
Man's got bungees in them knees.
No, but that's the way it's supposed to be. I mean, ebb and flow. I think some of the modern wrestlers, they get into the ring, and before the bell even goes, there's a brawl, and then they're in the stands. Then the match starts. Then there's like bleeding in the first 10 seconds. You kind of get, wow. Oh, Canadian Destroyer DDT.
Into a meteora.
Even Joseph says, what was that?
Yo. And that's the thing, though, too, is it's one of those, I know it's still combat, it's still suspension, a bit of disbelief, but even you sit there and hit a fucking Spanish fly DDT on me, and just momentum's going to turn me, and I just spring and splash into you, and then I just dump out too on the outside, and we're both just deader than a doornail.
Yeah. I've never seen anyone hook it like that as they were going up and over, almost like a Panama Sunrise or a Sunset Bomb.
That's so interesting. Why don't more people do that? Everybody does a Canadian Destroyer. Do a Canadian DDT.
That was wicked.
That was sick.
Table cleared off again. Wentz eating stairs.
Are those real stairs, Nick?
No, those are aluminum.
What is he saying?
I was almost going to say, is it more of a thing that we've had 2 matches in a row have stair spots? Oh, nobody home as Wesley goes for the Meteora into the steps and up and over.
Approximately 250 pounds. Same as John Cena, it says in brackets. That is amazing. I typed in, how much do wrestling ring stairs weigh? It says, steel steps near the rings are indeed steel. They're steel, not aluminum.
Aluminum.
The big one weighs 250. The small one weighs 150. But it says in brackets, same as John Cena. And the smaller one.
Which, did anyone see John Cena with Shannon Sharp, which is amazing, by the way. But
yes.
We've got Zachary Wentz sprawled out on the table as Wesley's going up to the top rope here.
The table is actually broken already.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, what was that?
Oh, shit. Did it just collapse underneath his weight?
It collapsed when he hit that super kick, I think. And Zachary fell on it.
I think Zach's laughing.
That's the second time the table's been involved, too, because fucking Ridge hit the shit on it, too. So we're just repeating, rehashing the same shit we just had in the last match a bit.
But did they just pivot on the spot there? Was that like a audible? I feel like he stood up and took kind of a weird Meteora.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I gotta catch him some way. But again, a good match, but same shit we just saw.
Oh, he grabbed the X
Doesn't
Division
feel like the same shit.
And threw it. The
Crowd is
disrespect.
cheering. What?
He threw the X Division championship.
Oh,
Trey!
Oh, Trey!
Trey Miguel!
even without my glasses, I couldn't see.
Trey Miguel. Canadian Destroyer off the apron.
Oh,
Uh-oh, Weston Lee is in trouble.
Trey Miguel is me right
There's
now.
no way. Wesley gonna take an L.
could we see it? Could we see? Oh, pops up
One.
into
What was
one, two,
It's
three.
over.
That was
that? Wins. Let's go.
They
That
gave
was-
TNA the babyface
big.
win.
Holy sugar, honey, I
Take that,
see.
MDB,
Ricochet,
take that.
eat your heart out with that.
They cooked from start to finish.
Pop up into that cutter though. That's like literally. I know you cut a
UFO,
suspension, you can see where it's going, but it's still that was impressive as shit. The elevation that man got on that.
I think he calls it something like the UFO or something akin to that. But unbelievable springboard cutter.
Oh, puts the Cody cutter and shit like that to shame.
Right.
So does Wesley retire now?
Why? Because he can't win anything?
He can't win shit. This dude can't get a W.
Does he realize the error of his ways and we go back to all the Rascals are all friends again?
That would suck.
No, I want the Rascals. Fuck
Oh,
this
fair
bullshit
enough.
with Wesley. It's not working, clearly.
Does Wesley chase him down and try and get at that title at Victory Road, Anthony?
Maybe. That's a good shout.
What in the Wesley Undertaker face was that bullshit? Like, what are you doing, dude?
Right.
That
For all
face
the
is
folks
just,
that
what
say
the fuck is
TNA
that?
For all the folks that say TNA is not getting anything out of this, they just got a big win right now.
Yo, they gave him the babyface win.
Right.
None of us predicted it.
Yeah,
Well,
but they kind of hot to the title though a little bit. They
Oh, I
sat there
took
and just
it. I
talked it.
predicted it because I said I can't go against TNA.
Mhm.
Yeah, this man, last minute, last second, of course. It's just Anthony's night out here. Literally, we go from Zachary Wentz leaving with Trey Miguel to the Bad Blood commercial in Atlanta. So, I mean, thanks, WWE. You could have just told us it was Anthony's night. You could have that.
Most of the match looked rehearsed. I didn't feel that way. It didn't feel like spot setting. It felt pretty fluid, in my humble opinion. I don't know how you guys felt. I know, Nick, you had a bit of an issue with going back to the tables, but it felt like it felt different for me because of being a part of how they did it. Ridges was an assault. I don't know. It didn't feel like, this again. It felt like,
Well, you did the step spot again. You did the table spot again. That's why the table was over. You broke because you've already done it before. So it's going to not hold any fucking weight because you sat there and just duct taped the bitch together.
well, it didn't go down the first time. There we go.
But
All right.
my heart beats still with this match coming up. But yes, I think it was a hell of a match so far. We've had two great matches. I do think that they've been a bit repetitive with some of the spots, the outside of the ring stuff and everything that didn't need to happen. But beyond that, I think they were both great matches.
Absolutely. Anthony?
First two matches were great. Kind of agree a little bit with Nick, which is rare. There was I mean, same spots a little bit between both matches, but both delivered. Both delivered in each way. So, and TNA picked up the victory. So, in your face,
TNA got the win.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I think that the way they did it, I get it 100%. And I always hold, like, we got a running tally on how many jump matches and brawls start on the other company. So yeah, and especially if they go back to it again, this match, then yeah, I'd see the argument for sure. I felt like it didn't feel like the same thing over because of how they got there, but at the same time, you're not wrong. It was repetitive. But yeah, for my money, both matches out of the gate with nothing but heat right now.
Well, 100%, and I would say both matches surprise results, honestly.
Yeah.
To an extent of ones that you wouldn't really fully predict and everything like that. To where Zachary Wentz, I think he was, the like 20% underdog and everything like that going into this. And then you had Andre Chase. It started to get towards the 50-50s and everything like that. But so far, there's been nothing super predictable or anything. That's barely been the theme with this. But yeah, it's all been catch you off guard shit.
Yeah, absolutely. I agreed with you guys that West needed that victory. He needed something, but yeah, they gave it to Wentz.
Yeah, I've always thought Wesley could be a guy that does a run in TNA, like just straight up does a run in TNA.
Yeah, and that's maybe what he does. He now he's pissed off, and he shows up at TNA saying the only reason why you beat me is because of Trey. I want a title shot. I'm taking that belt from you. And maybe that leads to, oh shit, it's Myron. Now it's a Rascals warfare. Like maybe
Rascal Civil War.
Yeah. I was just about to say that.
Right?
That's the trailer before the Samoan Civil War.
Right.
Do we see Tatum perhaps as Trey? Sorry, what?
Sorry.
No, I was just reading a comment. What did you say?
Where I'm getting an Oba Femi package.
I'm getting medication because America.
Pikachu gonna win. Oh, that's adorable. Everybody picking Wendy Chu?
No.
The slow meltdown is going to be amazing.
It's just bad. I'm watching the dude who played Punisher and everything when he's strapped in that chair. No. Everyone's picking Wendy Chu.
Right. No lie, Obafemi is my favorite wrestler right now. AD and AZ. That's a good bet. As we got Hank and Tank.
Yeah, now I got him. What is Tank's wearing a different shirt? It's ending with like honk, like donk and honk or whatever. I like the old school kind of like, AC/DC metal theming. I want, honk honk. What?
Why is honk honk his gimmick? Where did that come from?
Honk honk and goose. What?
Does he say honk honk?
I don't know.
Is he a truck driver?
We still want royalties from Hank and Tank.
Y'all definitely
at least one of them AC/DC kind of looking ass shirts and everything.
Right. So Hank and Tank want to take on Axiom and Frazier? That's what I gathered.
Does NXT have the better tag team division in WWE right now?
I would take that as a yes.
Yep. Better book, better use, better matches.
There you go.
Joe and Trick.
You don't want a diamond encrusted, definitely not cubic zirconium referee whistle.
That looks gold plated for sure.
Yeah. 24 karat, motherfucker.
Right. 62% are going with Nick on 65%. Going with Kalani.
I have to be here for this. I have to be to suffer through this bullshit.
Because we're getting the spooky dookie moo.
Spooky dookie chew, where are you? You've got some jobs to do now.
You know what?
Explain your defense, sir, about Wendy Chu. Wait. Oh, okay.
I guess he's taking a break.
I got kicked.
All right, Nick, we got your favorite match. Wendy Chu.
Right, 100%, sir. Here we go. Down to me and Anthony. You've got Wendy Chu. I've got Kalani Jordan. We're down at the fourth quarter, down under 2-minute drill, where I got the ball on the 20-yard line. Let's see if we can, stop this here. I just don't get, to me, Wendy Chu constantly, she looks like she really takes her job really, really seriously at Spirit Halloween and shit. She's in a sorority or something. Like she works at a Six Flags and really is into fucking Halloween. That's great. But when Kalani, as much as I may think she's a little bland right now. She's a
Mm-hmm.
little gymnastics-y too much and everything, but she at least is a wrestler versus Wendy Chu at this point. It's a gimmick. That's all it is. It's a fucking gimmick at this point. I know she could probably wrestle, but all I've seen from her for the past almost 4 years is just a gimmick.
No, that's true. We do see Wendy Chu a lot just as a gimmick. Maybe tonight is that night where you kind of see where, you know, her work, maybe. I don't know. And I'm really only taking Wendy Chu just to annoy you. So
oh no, that's fine. 100%. I feel like I've been there before. That trust me, I've dealt with that. Well, and even when she was I can't remember the full gimmick's name and everything, the name that she had there when she was like the almost Emperor Palpatine shit when with Xia Li and Boa and everything, when she was, you know, the ancient wise one and everything like that. Like she was actually dope then. And then she sat there and turned into this Wendy Chu that just sits there and just sleeps all the time and is out there with Stanley Cups and body pillows and everything. And then now she just looks like the Halloween night at a sorority with this. I'm like, nothing's really changed except her makeup.
that's true. That is true. It's like watching one of those. She looks like you're watching one of those low budget horror movies.
Yeah,
they ran out of budget for the makeup department.
Slasher in the sorority. Mystery Science Theater 3000s out there would do it, but I don't know if KJ or anybody dropped anything for the predictions in this, but let us know, folks. You taking whether you're taking Wendy Chu, you're taking Kalani Jordan. I'm just going to close them at this point, and we'll figure it out in the wash here because I don't know if we started it, but I'm clearly taking Kalani Jordan. Anthony's taking Wendy Chu just to upset me. Doogie Chu, where are you? As she's somehow right now in control.
I do think it was a little odd to have, as much as I love Rosemary, but I thought it was a little odd to have Rosemary as the secret person to come out and face Kalani, because Rosemary is actually scary.
Wendy Chu should have been the secret person to come out and face Kalani for Rosemary to be out here chasing her
right.
for the NXT title. You did the shit backwards.
Definitely should have been the other way around.
But yeah, no, I wish I could have had like an Anthony cam right there. It was like to see your reaction when Rosemary's coming out there on NXT.
Oh man, I when I saw the leather jacket, I was like, it's not Rosemary. It can't be Rosemary. And when she walked past the camera, I was like, oh, that is Rosemary. Like, and yeah, I flipped out.
Right.
I definitely flipped out.
Well, when he rolls out of the way on the springboard moonsault, do we get? I know we talked about Julia, Zakora Jades, Nikita Lyons, Stephanie Vacours, etc. Do we get any surprises after this match? So far, we thought we could have gotten some surprises. Have really not had too many.
Right.
Do we get one after this match?
You know, I kind of forgot that and that's not a bad thing, but I forgot that NXT has the mid-card title for the women. So this would be a prime opportunity for maybe a Delta or a Stephanie Vacours to come out to claim their stake, and they're not immediately put in like the women's world title picture for NXT.
Yeah, you do it a little different than say some other companies, to where you make the world title feel like it's the world title versus the mid-card title feel like it's the world title, and vice versa. And right. I do think that the testing of the women's North American title on NXT is very much to see if it'll work on the main roster too. If we can make it work here, we can make it work there.
And I think with the on the main roster.
Sorry, just her head just got busted open. That made me think of the spot where like Beth Phoenix like hit her head on like the top of the ring post and like just busted her head open during a rumble.
Wow. But yeah, I think with the main roster and them doing the trios teams with the women, I believe that may be a way for them to introduce the mid-card title for the women, because you can have two of them hold the tag team titles and then one hold the mid-card. I do think that's a possibility of what they may be working towards.
That'd be an interesting way to do it, Doug. That's kind of not of the norm of recent. Like that might take, some adjustment as wrestling fans to see, where you've got the tag team and a mid-card women's title like all going on. That's very much the trios to me has always been hard to do.
Right.
I feel of without you sacrifice the trios or you sacrifice the tag division for a trios or anything like that. Like one cannot sustain the other at the same time.
That's true. That is definitely true.
As Wendy again right now in control, about to hit the little springboard of the turnbuckle.
Ooh.
Lonnie's been smooth thus far. What if she shows up after this match? What does Steven say? May see Julia after Roxanne match. Could be. And then there's still nothing saying that we couldn't see somebody after this match, what have you. I know we've talked about there's so many surprises in wrestling, but it is still nice of like, it could happen at any time.
Yeah.
You want to hate it, but you're still like, it's still pretty fucking cool.
Right. I like that we can speculate just a tad bit with
Right.
people returning or not. So I like that.
Speaking of returning,
Playing the
KJ.
shell game with us.
yeah. Spoiler alert, I don't have an ace under me. Pause.
You what? You
You
don't
were
have
saying
the
you're playing the shell game. There you go. Took you a minute. I thought I did it well, but apparently not.
I blame me. I just got back from break, sir. You know how I'm feeling.
Right? Well, you got to be out here for the Spooky Dookie Chew.
Yeah, I didn't want to miss all the chew, so I'm back.
Yeah. Fucking Velma and fucking Shaggy out here.
Chew is good, man. She buys into her character. She's dialed in. She commits.
Aren't you the same one who was hating on this woman constantly about how all her character was just sleeping and everything like that?
Well,
now
it's
you
not
can't
that
stand her.
anymore.
But now just all of a
Now
sudden,
it's
because I'm
creepy.
going against her,
Now
it
it's
pops
creepy.
your fucking top and
Now
everything like
it's
that to go
creepy.
with this fucking spooky ass bullshit gimmick.
Well,
All of a sudden, now you want to sit there and say, "Oh, she's great. She's a fucking 5-star wrestler and everything." All of a sudden, you turn into Dave Meltzer. She's really frustrating
hey,
you right
how
now.
dare you? Take that back. Take that
I'll
back.
take it back when you take back a picking fucking spooky ass dookie ass chew for this.
Shit.
Exactly.
Sorry, I got distracted. I'm still mad. that you called me Melty.
Clothesline.
I'm stuck on the fact that you called me Melty, you bastard.
I know I was gonna get to you somehow.
Those are fighting words.
Wendy Chu's sleepy gimmick, where she was like falling asleep on people while she was trying to pin her, was horrible. She's not doing that silly shit anymore. Now she's got just like
she's doing goth silly shit. It's different.
Silly
it's
shit.
Hot Topic. It's different.
What's one silly thing she's done in this match so far, which has been a solid match? Big suplex.
Walk out.
Ooh,
what?
Nice German.
Walk out.
Like she hasn't done any of the silly shit. The silly shit went away. Now she's just creepy.
Bro, she looks like silly shit.
Why? You like goth characters? You
What?
like scary characters? You're a fan of things like the Wyatt Six.
Oh, really? You're gonna throw this in here now? Mr. Edge is gonna sit. No, you are fucking Jack hoping for a life raft right now. 100%, goddamn percent. Even AD out here. KJ flips faster than Patriots fans switching to Kansas City fans. You out here just hoping for a life raft to help you in this argument.
She stopped doing the silly shit though.
She is silly
That's
shit.
a good match.
You
Right,
can't
Anthony?
stop
Anthony's
doing
gonna
it, and you aren't. 2 counts. 2 counts. We're calling
Anthony.
it that. We're moving on. We're trying to be positive.
Is she doing well?
I'm not
in
going
this
to have a coronary.
I don't know how you come back from being positive from calling KJ Meltzer. I don't.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I don't. How do we come back from that?
How do you call me my arch nemesis? Like the thing I loathe Second
Chris Jericho.
Yeah, that would be worse.
So see, I didn't say the worst thing now, did I? So I guess we can come back from that.
You call me Jericho, I'll just fucking sign you the
right, so we're good. Moving on.
This will drop to a 2-man quick.
Geek Bucks out here. Mom and Dad, calm down. It's okay. You can be safe with the neighbors.
Mom and Dad are fighting over the child. We don't know. Nick doesn't want her, and I'm thinking about it.
Nick, you gotta stop hating on the spooky dookie chew. Just embrace the darkness. No, it's bad.
But again, a really good match.
It's definitely a solid match.
And she doesn't have narcolepsy. That's a plus.
She has spookalepsy.
That's stupid. But yeah. Let's go. Spookalepsy. What the fuck?
I don't know.
That is
don't judge me on the things that I say.
You got to pop, bro. That's all that matters.
Pause.
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 Is she supposed to be a zombie? Shut up, Alex. You're not helping.
Exactly.
Oh.
How upset Nick is about Wendy is me every single time I see the dinosaur guy in AW.
Right? Look,
it's not just a face, Mom.
Ooh.
Wait, is this a 3?
Two. Dos, amigos. Dos.
She actually did the full Nilsson slam, which again, not used a lot.
Well, what was the damn name of the move that Liv sat there and hit yesterday at Bash in Berlin, to where it was like the fucking side, like just slammed the shit out of Rhea tilting sideways, and it looked fucking phenomenal. I can't remember his name, but
hung up on the top. Apparently, she got that from a Japanese wrestler. But
that's what I'm saying. It's crazy how much you forget that, like, no, these wrestlers actually all watch each other and all actually kind of like each other and shit, despite what you might be mad about. I saw someone do this in a match in 1990, so let me see if I can try this here in this match and see if it works out and looks cool. Going up top, superplex, blocked.
Speaking of hollow things like Meltzer's head, do you know it's National Coconut Day? I got the lovely bunch of coconuts. That didn't go well. Oh,
big one, some as big as your head.
Whee! She fell asleep mid-move.
Yeah. She might have actual narcolepsy. She just went to sleep mid-move.
Oh, that was such a big botch. But she's got her locked in the $1 Million Dream almost. Kind of. Oh, no, she's locked.
No way. No.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep, little Kalani.
No way.
Oh, Kalani is out.
Oh, right back.
No. Okay.
That's not who I wanted to say, but shit.
We'll take it.
Fighting back. She's, fucking powering up here. Back into the turnbuckles.
No, she's going to lose now. That was
no, the hell she ain't. If she was going to lose, she would have sat there and gone out.
I was talking about Chew.
Oh, yeah. So how's it feel to be wrong?
What do you mean?
You heard me. How's it feel to be wrong?
I predicted Kalani.
No, you didn't.
Flatliner!
No fucking way did you predict
Well,
that.
Thank God Wendy was here to make Kalani look good.
Yeah, 100%. Fucking body pillow of a wrestler.
That's
450.
Nick might have just broke his streak and got a W, a big one. I mean his night.
Another one. Oh,
on the face.
Split-legged moonsault. Shout out RBD. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Suck
it. Wendy Chew goes to sleep. And who would have thunk it, folks? And this is why you tune into this channel. The most excited we've been for any match all week was this match.
Fuck your Punk. Fuck your Drew McIntyre. Your Cody Rhodes. Your Gunther's. Your Randy Orton's. We were out here arguing the most hotly contested for Wendy Chu versus Kalani Jordan. Although I won't lie, I might have lost my shit when Ludwig popped out there to introduce Gunther and Berlin.
True.
You definitely lost your mind. It was cool to see though.
1 and 2.
I see. I'm glad I stayed now. I'm glad I stayed to watch how right I was.
She's still boring as shit.
Court case,
I don't care. I know that Kalani's boring, but you know who's more boring? Fucking Wendy Chu.
Well, she's sleeping. That's not fair.
Yeah, she's so boring. She puts herself to sleep.
Shit. Wendy's no. Oh, wait a minute. We got Paxley.
Tatum.
Oh, Tatum Paxley.
Oh, Paxley choking her out.
Going into Halloween Havoc, 100%. We're going into the fall season, folks. All them apple pickings and that spooky doogie season. So 100%, we've got to get goth chick versus goth chick going on here.
Get your pumpkin spice and your goth chick wrestling.
Yeah, and your Wendy Chu doll here.
All right, Tatum Paxley.
Anyone out there that has a goth girlfriend, if she starts lighting candles around you, run.
How did you feel about the match? I know Nick and I were kind of bantering a little more, but you were a little more dialed into that match. I thought it was good.
It was a solid match. It wasn't the best match. It wasn't the greatest, but it was a solid match. That big miss spot, what they were trying to do on the top rope, though, that was pretty bad. But it was a solid match. If I was giving it a rating, I'd probably give it 3 stars.
Fair enough.
I mean, I'm kind of happy with the outcome here. Now, granted, I think that there could have been somebody else, like say a Sol Ruka, a Fallon Henley, a JCJ, and what have you, that could have challenged Kalani for this belt better than say a Wendy Chu. But I'll leave it at that.
Wendy did exactly what she needed to do, though. Gave her a solid match, a decent win, and yeah, she'll move on to that. But they can't we had Sol Ruka. We've been down the road with some others, so spreading it out, there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't think anyone. I mean, again, it would have been a bit of a surprise if Wendy actually pulled it off, right? So I don't mind this.
Right? Oh, you sons of bitches. You are going to put Jada and Roxanne right now.
Let's go.
Hot damn. She's really had a jetpack strapped to her. Sorry, Anthony.
Oh, no. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, that's literally what I had to say.
I was just gonna say, I just realized there's only 2 matches left, right?
Right.
Crazy.
Fact.
Wait, seriously?
I think so. It's just the
Tony D'Anova.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that one. Okay.
Yeah. So 3 matches, but still, the pace is good, and it feels like they go really quickly. Like where people were talking about these half an hour between match things. I mean, literally, the pace, and then right into a promo. The promo's getting you pumped while you're grabbing your snacks and your drink, and you're ready to go for another match. Oh, again, the energy is excellent.
Right. Speaking of going quickly, I'm going to try and go quickly here, so I hopefully don't miss too much and miss Parker out here. But yes.
All right, Big Nick rolling out, but Anthony and I got you for the next little bit, folks. This match is going to be extremely intriguing. Jada getting kind of a surprise. I wouldn't say a surprise push, Anthony, but she did kind of climb the ranks quickly.
She did. And one of the first matches that I remember seeing her in was just the one a couple of weeks ago when she was facing Mia Yim, I think it was. Yeah, Mia Yim in a street fight. Excellent. Before I've been trying to watch some of her old matches. They've really just strapped a rocket to her and just go out there and be yourself. And then the slap from last week was everything. She said she was gonna slap the taste out of her mouth, and she did. So
emphatically, it didn't sound or seem like she held back in the least.
Right.
But ladies and gentlemen, get your predictions in as we are moving towards the end of this night. A few more matches to go, as we just established. I will take a moment to remind everybody out there, We are back tomorrow for WWE Raw and here through all week long. We're heading towards All Out. We will be here live. We got 115 people with us tonight. That's incredible. We appreciate it. Make sure you take this link anywhere you talk about wrestling, whether it's Reddit, Discord, I don't care where, Facebook, social. Share our link and let's keep this family growing. We are the wrestling friends you can't get in your real life, and we legitimately do watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, we are currently running a fundraiser every year around Nick's birthday. We raise money. The last couple of years was men's mental health. This year, we are raising money for the North American World Literacy Foundation. All profits, every penny, we don't even see it, goes directly to the organization. But get your F. Meltzer shirts. This is a double cause. We want to help the IWC rid ourselves of a situation that's just growing. The cancer that is Uncle Dave is growing. We want to put an end to it. In addition to that, we want to help literate bright futures out there, Anthony.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love this cause because it's, geared towards Dave Meltzer.
Right? Yo, I lied. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, go to the merch store, get those, support a great cause. I was completely wrong, folks. So we're going to change up the predictions as Tony D. That was so weird.
Yeah, they played that whole video package for Jada and Roxanne to go to Tony D and Oba.
Yeah, okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, change up your predictions. Tony D or Oba, who's going to take it? I'm going to pull this poll down and put another one up. But again, I don't expect Tony D to win this one.
It's definitely going to be Oba. Do you think Tony D puts up a fight? Would it be a back and forth match, or is Oba just going to take this one by storm?
I don't know if it's going to be as Tony coming out looking all the gangster. But yeah, I think that Tony, if he gets dusted, which he could, I just don't know what you do with Tony. Tony's in a weird spot. So I think if he at least has to give it a battle. Maybe the family helps distract a little. I don't know.
Right. I don't know. Yeah. I feel like, Oba is going to win because it's Oba, but it's like, what do you do? Like you just said, what do you do with Tony after this?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Oba is going out like Oscar, though. He was like, I just got that general manager call. Here's the title back. I'm going to, Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, I want to see the backstage segment where Ava has to go up to Oba and is like, can we have that? I think we're gonna try and give it to someone else for a little while. Look, he's coming out with swag and shit, dude. He surprisingly got all of he's got this baby face mantra. The crowd starting to get behind the ho.
Right. That's why we have to have Oba and Moose. They have similar styles, similar entrances. Like, it's literally, we have to have that match.
Maybe that's why you put him in a little bit of a rivalry with Tony, where it kind of pushes Oba towards getting the cheers from the crowd. Then Moose comes in and gets all the heat, right?
Right.
Maybe I'm thinking too deep into that, but it sounds like it fits.
No, it fits because the people hate the system. Like, they despise the system. So I think it fits.
Not a lot of redeeming qualities in the system. But yeah, we got the belt up. The North American title is on the line, folks. I will take your predictions. I will close the predictions in a few moments here. Right after the ding ding, I'll delay a couple seconds just because of the confusion. But yeah, let us know you're taking 76. I'm surprised that Tony's got 20+% in the vote. Who are the 20% taking Tony?
Right. That 20% are huge Tony D fans, I guess.
25% taking Tony. All the Italians in the chat. Nick's out there power voting. Thanos. Yeah. But he came in with such a an attitude, and he didn't really emote much. He was just very stoic, and he was, going against the guys like Wesley and just bullying them. But now to see him here, and you saw him walking out, like he's bouncing on his toes, and he just feels like a star, Anthony.
Yeah. He feels like a star. He looks like a star. He really is a star, and he just kind of I know I wasn't really watching back then, but he just came out of nowhere, to be honest, and then won that North American Championship and has been on a roll ever since.
Right? Italian, yeah, right. Every time, my guy. The Italians out there. The truth is, I grew up in a very very multicultural community. So I grew up with a lot of Italians. So near and dear. Everyone's known I made really good food. That's the only thing I know. Obafemi for the win.
Tony has the upper hand right here for a minute.
Oba grabbing a leg. And again, a good buzz in the audience. Give me Oba versus Moose. Again, intent. Let's do it.
Yeah, we got to have that match.
Tony sliding out the back door. We need Moose to team with someone with a shooter gimmick so we can have Moose Knuckle. Hashtag Moose Knuckle, Adam. Well played. Oba retain, absolutely. Oh yeah, I'll close those predictions now, folks. I gave you extra time. You keep saying Italian like it's a bad thing. My wife seems to love it. I never said Italian was a bad thing at all, but I was just pointing out that there must be some Italians making a vote right now. It's 30% for Tony D, probably because he's leading in the action right now. Two bandwagon jumpers. Big suplex.
Yeah, now it's Oba's match. He's taking control here.
Tony for the win. Look up. I don't even want to know Hagen, but I'd rather have MCMG instead of what? Ken Shamrock and Moose. Fair enough. What's up, Matt Skizzy? I voted for Oba. All the matches tonight have went 13 minutes. Interesting. All right. Okay. Maybe
very odd number,
right?
Tony is trying to fight, but I don't know.
But you look like Tony's not a small guy, like guy. Like he's not tiny by any stretch. He's a big dude.
I think it's just like anybody looks small next to Oba.
Right? The tank for the win. Oh no. Oba, he's just crazy. I hope we get Julia tonight. Maybe. Forget about it. Nick's just shaking his head like this man doing that's not good. Leave my Italian alone. Julia could debut tonight. Could absolutely happen. I know tag match. Some people thought about MCMG, but not today.
The only big surprise so far we've gotten tonight is Trey Miguel showing up. I didn't have Trey Miguel showing up at all.
No.
I thought that was going to be, I mean, it was a clean victory because all Trey Miguel did was take the chair away from him, but I just didn't expect any interference. Ooh, what a shot to the back of the head.
Oba in control. Feels good to watch a PLE that doesn't have 15 matches. Yeah, and again, I don't want to continue to bag on the other guys. I'm a big fan of AEW, and I'm a big fan, but the 15 match card is a lot. And again, it's just a matter of if it was 15 insane matches, great. But they're not. There's like 5, 6, 7 matches every pay-per-view that nobody needs to see. That's the problem.
No, absolutely. There's only 2 AEW pay-per-views I have watched from beginning to end on the same day. And and that was all in because it was in the middle of the day. But I always have to finish it the next day because it goes so long.
Yeah. We've been here a couple times, and there's been big moments like at the end of a pay-per-view, and we should have been like super excited. And it was just like, okay, it happened. Well, thanks everybody. Good night, because you're at that point, you're just so fatigued. Like, fuck.
Right.
All right. 2. But again, if it's quality, like if you get 7, 8, 9, 10 matches and they're quality matches, TNA was Emergence had what, I think 12?
No, Emergence only had
7. Emergence came down. That's right. My bad.
Yeah. Emergence only had about 7 because of the 1 hour Iron Man match. So
yeah,
but still, when they do have about 10 matches, it still is like 2.5, 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I do think part of the problem, as Oba's in control, folks, I do think part of the problem is it's not just the number of matches, it's every match gets, you're going 10 plus. Like every match gets a lot of time, a lot of back and forth. Like there's no real kind of like, you guys are going to get a 4-minute match. You guys are going to get a 6-minute match. We're going to build up to the main event. It's just, we got a series of like somewhere between 15 and 20-minute matches. They all kind of feel the same and they go forever.
Right.
Like the stream, folks. Give us a like. We still got 110 hanging out with us. We want to see that get to 150 at least. So share this link. This is the Dawn hooking Oba.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with you, Adam. It's a hard ask.
Oh, a 5-hour pay-per-view on a Sunday? No. No.
It's bad. When is your digital media title arriving?
Oh, Tuesday, Boston, Tuesday.
There you go. Oh, DDT on the apron.
Nice.
That's the family rooting him on, folks. Will he do it? Nope. Oba's right back up. Vic Joseph's really growing on me.
Ooh. Geekbox. Yeah, I did hear Mercedes say something about the crowd fatigue. No, the match was just terrible. But you didn't hear that from me.
No, fact. Right? And you did hear it from me, folks. That match was fucking horrible. It did not go well. And again, back to my previous point, and in the past, we've talked about the excuses are starting to just be equally as bad as the actual reason. So, the crowd fatigue. Well, that's not a good excuse, right? Like if the crowd's tired, well, again, then talk to your boss. Can we have 8 matches and I go on 6, like not 13?
Right. Absolutely. Ooh.
Speaking of lucky number 13, I guess. I don't know if I was trying to do the full. I was going to say, speaking of, bad matches, I guess. But yes.
All right. As Tony D in control.
But yeah, sorry.
Nick, 30% of the people thinking that Tony's got a shot.
The Paisan power might be strong, but I don't think it's strong enough out there and take on Oba out here. Again, I've said this and I still stand by this. This man's they're gonna politely ask this man for the belt back when he leaves NXT.
Oh, big slam.
I like Booker. Yeah.
Right.
And anyone watch like when you had the main event Mafia and TNA and you had Chet Lemon and Black Snow and you had Kevin Nash and Booker T were doing the commentary for the whole show. And Booker T gets involved in the match and he's just stomps him out. Booker T about to hit him with another stomp. Yeah, Booker T.
Tony
electric chair. Down goes Oba. Crowds coming alive. So again, the fans not cheering, that's your fault. AEW has wiped the match from existence. No, they wait, what? No.
Wait, the Mercedes match?
What is she? An Australian breakdancer? What do you mean it's erased?
Well, I saw somebody was saying that they almost confronted Crucifino just tossing him. Who's got the crowbar?
Mhm.
Oh, but half stack, Patrick Mahomes gets tossed over there. I didn't realize until I saw somebody point out in the chat how much he looks like Patrick Mahomes.
He does.
Oh, man, in the
Oh, Tony. No way. Spear.
Whoa.
No way.
Oh, spear.
Two count.
2 count. Watch Bash in Berlin today mid-show. I'm hoping Bad Blood will be better. Interesting, Jeff. Glad you watched it. Yeah, more than mid for my money. I was more than satisfied. I don't know. You guys have an opinion on that real quick?
I love Bash in Berlin. I didn't have a problem with it at all. So
it was
that's my
7 or 8, 7.5. It was pretty solid. It wasn't anywhere near mid. I can guarantee that. This man's drooling.
He's looking amped.
Man's on that bath salts, the smelling salts, but pops out of the power bomb. Clothesline over the top. Both men out, but Oba's still on his feet.
Oh, not anymore. That is one of the rudest moves ever. It's over.
Pop-up power bomb.
Yeah.
And even tosses the elbow pad as he hits it.
Hey!
2!
The
power of the Python. Apparently, he got his extra man out here. He got the 2 count.
He ate all his spinach tonight, folks. Tony D refuses to quit. Stacks Mahomes.
Right? That makes me worry, though, if, you should have lost and you didn't. Oh, shit. Are you going to actually win this?
Right. Oba just raining down punches. But I like the fact that Oba's getting a work in and a solid, stretching out his matches, just not destroying people. All right, now you got to take some bumps tonight.
Oh, Spinebuster!
Shit, no way!
Well, I was going to say, this feels a little bit of almost out there halfway of all right, you just won't stop. I'm fucking destroying you, but you just won't stop. But Tony out here hitting a spine buster, so the odds are even now. Trail there. Stay down, Tony. Just stay down.
Look at the angle. Big elbow.
Oh.
Going for another powerbomb?
No way. Going for another.
Run it again. Back to back.
Powerbomb. Down. Pearl River plunge.
2, 3.
Annihilate.
Insane.
That was a mugging.
Are you just saying that because he's Italian?
Tony put up a fight, folks. I like that match. I really enjoyed that match.
Again, if you're Tony now, it's a bit of now what? Now you've gone after the world title, you've gone after the North American title, you failed at all avenues. Every time you've been supposed to be the Dawn, you've been shown you're not the Dawn. Now what, my guy? Now what?
Right? I don't know. I don't know what do you think, Anthony? Because I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know what's next for Tony. What do you do? Do you just go ahead and move him to the main roster? I don't know. Or
does he just kind of stay pat as almost in kind of that gatekeeper-ish role of NXT, like the next babyface coming in, you slide Tony in there to have a really good battle with him.
It is the family that chase you of NXT. A bit of just an established faction of, if you don't go this avenue, you've got to go that avenue. So you've got to face off the family and everything. You've got to go over Tony D'Angelo. It's like the fucking Creative Pro or whatever when it comes to wrestling and everything. If you can either be a tag team wrestling, you go through Chase U, or you're a singles competitor, you go through Tony D'Angelo and all that.
Yeah. I agree with all of that.
Fair enough. I'm getting a video package. It almost looked like they were saying the Bell Center, so I don't know if we're fully just advertising. We're advertising Vegas, April 19th and 20th.
There we go.
Move. Oh, I think Tony should take a break. Move Tony D and Stacks Mahomes back into the tag division. But then what do you do with Crucifino? 444 says Tony made Oba look like a real monster tonight. So I missed part of it. How do you guys feel? Was it mostly Tony being the veteranish, I guess, of leading the match, or was it still Oba just being, the workhorse, the monster among men that he is?
Tony, I feel like Tony kind of took Oba to his limit in this match. It was fairly back and forth for a while until really the ending when Oba kind of took over. But I think it was more on Tony's end, kind of leading the match a little bit. But definitely it was back and forth.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought Tony did a really good job. Like, and I agree with the comment of, Tony's me and Anthony talked about it when you were on your break. Like, Tony's a big guy. Like, Tony's not a little guy. But every time, especially early on, that Tony got a chance to throw something at Oba just bounced right back up like a horror, the monster in a horror movie. Like, he is a different level. He had to deal with the family. This match really made Oba look good.
And that's been the interesting question, because we've seen Oba just smash through people. So he's had his he just tears through jobbers, and now we kind of need to see him get a decent challenge. Like, that's why we've been constantly pitching of an Oba versus Moose, because that's really about who's left out there that could seem like a viable challenger for a guy like Oba, because Tony helps him out, helps him put him over in the match and everything, but Oba's a goddamn natural to this shit. And he's a goddamn monster. He is Braun Strowman was in 2012, what have you. Roundabout.
Mm-hmm. One of the biggest things with him, like, that just happened like overnight seemingly, is he coming out with like this swagger, like he's bouncing out on his toes, like smiling, and the fans just want to like him. Like, but like all of a sudden he's got this charisma about him. Like, I know I'm the shit. Like, I know I'm the shit. So let's just, again, he seems light on his feet. He feels like he's engaged. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. And it's rare to, and I don't want to use the term rare, but it's kind of rare to see a big guy that can wrestle and talk on the mic. And he can do both. He really can do both. So like when he hits that main roster, he's going to hit the ground running, I think.
If I could fantasy book a situation, I know this might be a little cross promotional right now and everything like that, but the man's been sent through some drywall and everything, so he's on the shelf out there playing Sweet Tooth. But could you imagine if you get an Oba family, like you were even saying, KJ, he kind of comes out now a little bit with that bop to his step and everything, and then you get Samoa Joe, dun 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 dun. That to me is just Clash of the Kaiju. That's King Kong versus Godzilla. That's Mothra versus Godzilla. That's strap on and strap in, big beefy boys about to be slapping meat. Pause.
Right. Well, and that's where a lot of talk about Bobby Lashley moving on and such. And if you think about, like, all right, we can extend Bobby Lashley's contract, or we have this gentleman here who's very similar body type to Bobby Lashley, but he's got charisma. He's younger. He's cheaper.
Untapped talent. Yeah. You got a new rookie. Well, it's, again, we've talked about it. It's like sports talk. You've got a new rookie that can do what your first line left winger does and everything. But your first line left winger wants, a big fucking payday. He's on a contract here and everything. Well, we can maybe drop you or trade you for some assets, what have you, and we can use him and have him build up through the trenches. I see what you're saying there. As we're getting an advertisement right now for Monday Night Raw in Denver, Colorado, which we'll be here live for as well.
We're in the back with Ethan Page. Trick about to have his the referee meeting, setting the guidelines, setting the tone, setting the rules.
There will be no baby oil in this match. There will be no, pose.
Right. Roxanne
There
for the
ain't
win.
nothing wrong with a little, but no, that's actually the artist bad. Don't say that.
No, there's plenty wrong. Plenty wrong.
Yeah.
Andrea saying, I hope Jada Parker beats up and shuts up Roxanne Perez tonight. Miss Parker, I mean, again, would shock us, but I
How
wouldn't
you
be
doing,
mad
Miss
about
Parker?
it. Right.
It's going to be really interesting. This is the match we thought we could have gotten some surprises earlier and everything. This match, the last two matches, we really could get some fireworks, some surprises, and everything like that. And 100% should still be fantastic matches. Like Jada Parker's had the fucking rocket strapped to her back recently.
Absolutely. And again, like, it felt deserved.
Ooh, we got Zachary Wentz.
With
I gotta
Trey,
see what
with
he says
Trey.
before I take my little moment here.
There you go. There you go.
You got to embrace that NXT or that TNA X Division belt just prominently featured on NXT right now on Peacock.
Right. Looking good. The TNA title is looking good.
Oh, I still wish it had that giant X in the middle.
Are they being too lovey right now? Is Zach like being too lovey to Trey? Like, is Trey kind of like, oh yeah?
I think that's always been a question with all the Rascals is if they are too lovey. So I think it's just commonplace a little bit.
Right. Oh, who'd they challenge?
Oh, they're challenging for the NXT tag titles.
That's
Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz versus Axiom and Frazier. Oh, that's a spicy meatball.
Right. That's gonna burn.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Anthony. Later, big guy. No, wait, that's me.
Come on. There we go. You got it. Figured it out. That's how you know we're live, folks.
Too many buttons. Too many buttons.
The production staff. Kevin out of there. You're hitting the button. Hitting the button.
I got Jade Park. Roxanne retains. Roxanne keeping the belt warm for Julia Chambers. I do not disagree with that at all. Rascals versus Faxium. That is going to be insane, Nick. Let's go on this one.
Oh, 100%. That's going to be on a Tuesday. Got the club going up on a Tuesday. You're going to 100% want to sit there and tune in to watch that. That's going to be total nonstop action, to take TNA's slogan here. But with this match with Roxanne, I know I especially have even like really wanted her to jump up to the main roster. She has become such a fucking star with everything that she's done in NXT. She is this brand at this point. She 100% is becoming more and more a household name.
Oh yeah, she has star written all over her. Kind of like we were just talking about with Oba and what we talked about earlier. And again, I'm not trying to compare and trying to get people against each other, but there's a difference between a person that can get in the ring and do some really cool shit and a pro wrestler that has charisma and ability to connect to a fan base. Jada instantaneously showed that ability, and for that, she's getting love from the people that make the bookings.
Absolutely, 100%. And again, even prime example with what you're talking about with Roxanne Perez, if she just hit this whole extra next gear with her heel run here as NXT Women's Champion, as we've gotten the replay of last week, to where Jade out there slapping the taste out of Roxanne's mouth of, tell me you want, all right, and moving along.
Yeah.
And they both are sitting there interacting with somebody off screen, and that's where it gets to the surprise of, could it been of a Cora Jade, a Julia, or Stephanie Vacora, who has it, that they were talking to.
Oh, we're doing a walkout with Jada. Miss Parker, how you doing?
How you doing, again? How you doing, Miss Parker?
Folks, get your predictions in. We have this match and the main event coming up next. Left in No Mercy. Still got 110. Let's see if we get that to 150 before we go home here tonight. But Jada Parker doing the walkout, and let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, she's somebody 100% that they put the backpack to, and she just took it and ran with it. Of like, it just fit really nice. Of she's had that swagger when she does it. She's great in the ring. Of she took over right from Reggie Scripps there, who was getting his way out there, who's doing now on GCWs and everything. Like, she's made Out of the Mud more relevant. Sorry.
Oh, 100%. No, don't be sorry. Keep going.
No, that was it.
I was just going to answer Trey and say, technically, I believe the Rascals haven't had a title shot. MSK got a title shot. The Rascals getting a title shot against Fraxium is outstanding. And then that's maybe where Wesley screws them over. They don't win the titles, and that continues. I feel like you have a potential to slide a Myron in here. Maybe I just want to see Myron get his flowers.
But then that's you do the Rascals tag match there. If you get, Trey and Zachary versus Wes and Myron.
And ladies and gentlemen, the Prodigy, Roxanne Perez.
If a match could define aura, it would be this match, I feel a little bit. And I do also kind of pop when, Jada's out there doing the, her time and everything like that. I need her and Tiffany just doing their own little, time splitters tag team there.
Mm-hmm. I love seeing Roxanne's last Ring of Honor match. Yeah, I mean, Roxy was hot as the Ring of Honor was coming to an end. Plus, she went over to TNA and had some really good matches. Again, she was a talented girl. I didn't know if she would ever get out of just being uber babyface, and she has done nothing but surprise me over the last little while. She is outstanding like this.
100%. She's a full-fledged character and a full-fledged personality at this point. It's not just, I'm plucky and I'm young and I'm cute and I'm small and I can hit the pop rocks and everything. No, she's a full-fledged character now.
She's the perfect example of a wrestler that could do some really cool stuff. Like, oh, wow, she's pretty good in there. Going from that to being like, she's really good in there, but she has a personality now. She is somebody. Now you have the complete package. Now you have entertaining wrestling. You have things that are intriguing.
100%. That's why they're talking about you bring in a Julia, you bring in a Stephanie Vaccor, you bring the best of, wrestlers from international out here, and they go to take on Roxanne Perez, the litmus test of this shit. Bro,
look at the size difference.
Oh, it's still crazy. Yeah, that's the thing. It is. Roxanne's, she's AJ Lee times 2.
Right. Cheers and booze for Rox. She's so good. Is Roxy better fit for Raw or SmackDown? I say SmackDown. I want to see Roxy and Bailey. That's a tough one. Maybe Raw.
Maybe, but the thing that makes Roxanne work so well is it's almost she's a talent that realized how fucking good she was, because that's 100% what it is. Of she's fucking phenomenal in the ring, and she's actually embraced like, no, I'm like leagues ahead of most of you. So
as we're off and running, and again, nice old traditional start to this one. I like it. I not enough of this happens in certain wrestling worlds where you get lockups and maneuvers and a grapple.
Well, and it's still interesting. Even to me, like I live in an apartment complex and everything like that, and my neighbors kind of know what I do and everything like that. And I had one of my neighbors even mention to me about women's wrestling becoming a bigger thing, especially even with WWE and all of that. And this is a fucking truest testament to it. We've talked about it of NXT and TNA right now are probably the two best companies, the two best promotions out there promoting their women's division.
Oh, 100%. As Jada in control, and I mean, Cora, Rock seems like she's in distress, even though I'm not sure I would be.
Yo, she just tarantula to her shit out there and just curtsies.
Gives her the little curtsy, Nick.
Yeah, because she's a goddamn pixie. She's all a 5 foot nothing and 100 pounds soaking wet.
Right? Getting her ass kicked by Tinkerbell.
Right.
Roxanne for the win. Julia shows up after this match. All right, Damien. We'll see. We got lots of options of who could show up. There 17 people could show up for Rock. She is in a highly sought after position. She better have her game on point.
But isn't that a testament to everything involved here? Of literally, she's become a bit of that litmus test, and you're going to feed, a Stephanie Vaquer, a Julia, even a Cora Jade comes back. You would assume they're going against Roxanne. Of she's become now the vet of the benchmark that everybody's measured against.
Yeah. The only thing I caution wrestling fans about is sometimes internally, like the company doesn't value a certain person the way we do. And I'm not saying any examples here, but I think at times when they come in and they're not like they're put in a different position, it's because the company needs to see something or get something before they get there. So it'd be very interesting. And again, not everybody can be at the top. So, I mean, does a Stephanie show up and go another direction? Like, I mean, it's intriguing. There's a lot of cool shit that way.
Oh, 100%. As right now, Jada's actually been in control for a good chunk of this match here.
This match has aura and will be very demure, if you ask me.
I've halfway tried to look into that meme and still can't fully understand it. I guess it's, proof that I've gotten old. It's a little bit of like everybody says, whoa, wasn't Tricks like used to be like all these like fun shapes and everything, and now it's just just circles and everything like that. And it's like, well, did it change just because I've gotten old because Tricks is for kids,
right? It's Roxy and Jada on the stairs. Yanking Jada down.
Oh, ho, ho.
Vance, that's funny. MDB, happy birthday. Wait. MDB's birthday?
You hiding this? You hiding this?
Or is he just feels like his birthday?
Oh yeah, because we got birthday cake versus cupcake. Yeah, big cake take little cake. Big bank take little bank.
I just stuck my.
I just stick with peanut butter crunch. You're not a Reese's Pieces guy. Reese's peanut butter crunch.
Yeah, when you put the "my" in the wrong place there, it's a completely different sentence.
Ah. Shade out here gasping like she might have broken a rib.
Yeah, we'll come back around to that one, 316. As far as tomorrow goes, we will be here tomorrow night for it, but a lot of questions to be answered. Rhea still wants her belt back, guys.
Yeah, and surprise victory with the Terror Twins and all of that. And honestly, had gone through routine, etc. So a lot of things that are going to spiral from Bash Berlin on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, Misfits got an interesting point here.
I do find it funny that this match is really only interesting because of the post-match and not the actual match. That's always been a problem at times. And you talked about this earlier when I think we were here even before the show kicked off, of one of those. You at times will get those wrestling matches that the wrestling world's created enough buzz about what could happen after it and everything that you're almost more excited for what the end of the match than you are actually watching anything. It's like watching a Marvel movie for the post-credit scene.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. And again, I mean, right now, the crowd is loud for this match. Roxy is in control. Jada kicking her off, though. I think this match, I'm actually into this match, but I think modern wrestling fans are waiting for like a couple really certain things every time they go to a wrestling show. A surprise pop, a table spot, maybe some blood. Those are the three big. You can give a modern wrestling fan those three things in a 5-hour pay-per-view. That was an amazing pay-per-view.
Yeah, they have their own little checklist and everything that they've got to pop off. Speaking of pop off, I don't know if you can hear the fireworks.
Y'all do fireworks for Labor Day?
It's New Hampshire. Live free or die, my guy.
They just do fireworks, period.
I live in the ghetto. It's just fireworks, my guy. It's a Sunday. That's the thing. We don't need a holiday. It's just a Sunday.
Right. As Roxy still in control, both women on the apron.
This is still a good shout for Jada of you were in there with Roxanne, you got a world title shot, and no one really fully expected you to win it, but you at least did solid in the match.
Yeah, and you put the world on notice that you can go, that you can tell that you belong in there. Like you can give us you're in there with the champ. Can you deliver?
she's selling the, the abdominal stretch here. She's even got, the K2 tape and all of that.
Yeah.
I won't lie, though. The No Mercy and everything they've got on, this feels just kind of like what you would see before an episode of SmackDown or something.
Like the
presentation, like the stage, like all this, it feels very like SmackDown-y.
I found it very interesting. But not much to it. I was a little surprised they kind of went with the blue and red motif a little bit, but I mean in honor of Denver. But yeah, interesting. You got a point.
Yeah, it feels like there's nothing that separates this. Feels this like it's a premium live event outside of the matches, like just the going stage setup wise or anything like that.
Oh, but they never have like a different like.
Well, I thought they would have done it. You bring it back, No Mercy. I thought people thought they might have brought back, an old school kind of setup or anything like that. We just saw it with Bash in Berlin, the small entranceway and everything.
Yeah, no, they generally don't with NXT. So I mean, at the end of the day, I do. I mean, again, I definitely see your point a little bit. I mean, I feel like they took the silver the silver graphic and just kind of dropped it on this year's blue and red kind of background. And it was interesting that way, but
right.
Denver. Oh, look at this. And she mocks her. My God.
But it's so good. And the fact, though, that Jada Parker's only been around for a little bit and already has a signature taunt that you can mock and the crowd responds to it is impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. 100%, Nick. I love this comment here. This is one of my favorite comments ever. Sometimes during shows, my wife sends me to the grocery store, and the amount of times I've burst out laughing from you guys in my headphones in a random aisle is embarrassing. That's not embarrassing. You laugh with pride, my friend.
You embrace that shit. You sit there and lean over to the next person that's out there grabbing some fucking baking powder or something.
Right.
You go, ha, 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 ha. This is what you should be listening to right now.
I'm laughing.
Why aren't you laughing?
Yeah.
We're like the Joker out here. Fucking, ha, ha, ha. Why aren't you laughing?
Yeah, you give me Eminem vibes there.
Go crazy. Ha, ha, ha. Go, just maybe. Ha, ha, ha.
I'm crushing my draft so far. Congratulations, ABJ.
There you go.
If and when does Delta show up on NXT? Again, Kyle, like, I wish we had a little more ability to kind of be concise on this, but there's so many moving parts right now, Nick.
Delta to me would require a video package. You sell us, you bring, you announce that, because all due respect of outside of everybody that they could have brought in or could bring in, she's the least known to your regular viewing audience. So you need a bit of a teaser, a little trailer before you bring it out there.
Oh, two. Huge spine buster.
Pin.
Pretzel pin.
I'm not calling it that ever.
Of course, right? Makes sense.
What's
up, Tommy?
I can't believe I got out. Just rub it in faces. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Tommy, just have a listen. We'll try and we'll keep you up.
During the last two matches, you got it in the back nine. If not, you can always hit that rewind.
Tiniest abdominal stretch ever. Amen.
Fucking quail chest. Oh, Jada just smashing Roxanne right now into the top turnbuckle here.
Fireworks and BBQ. Let's go. Raw's there on Monday. That's why. Where?
Denver.
Oh, yeah.
It's staying in the same facility. So that's I think that might be why they're saying it looks kind of the same regular setup. Yeah.
Jada Parker to the top. And those hams were flying.
Yeah. Well, did they so they call it the teardrop?
It made
I'll
me
be crying taking that.
I'll cry, man. Jada's really good at all the little as well. I think that's
the in-ring psychology, the mannerisms, the facial shit. Pause.
Yeah, like she's selling the shit out of these ribs.
100%. Well, it's even you see a guy like a KO and everything. We talked about this in Bash of he's not out there going to be your, Dave Bautista bodybuilder and everything like that. But everything that he does is all in how he sells the move, all his facial reactions, everything. He'll get you conveyed into the story and doesn't have to look like he's fucking Lou Ferrigno.
100%. Oh, reverse suplex.
Oh! And again, like you mentioned, the size difference is very much coming out. Oh!
Nice roll through.
Nice through. Oh, one count.
In the crossface. Ah, lapel lock.
Oh, and in the rings of Saturn. Oh, she's clearly not hitting anything. She's just pounding the mat. I don't know what that was supposed to sell. But the camera thankfully didn't turn to that so you could actually see her not hitting shit.
Well, they're behind the head. They're going to argue that maybe she got a piece.
She didn't hit anything. She didn't hit nothing but the fucking camera. She wasn't close to anything.
Parker up with Roxy, and the crowd is going insane, guys.
And she's out here of just, what now, bitch? Samoa drop. Jada Parker, the new protege of Nia Jax.
Oh,
goes for the springboard body splash. Nobody home.
Chambers, imagine Nia doing that move, the teardrop.
Yeah.
She does a bonsai drop. It's, that make you cry too.
Two out. Holy spinning back kick into the midsection.
Oh, slides off Pop Rocks, hits the ropes.
Right. Oh.
What did she call that? Did Vic call that the batotic? What did
I don't know. I'm going to call it a drive-by. I'm sorry, it was a run-by fruiting.
A drive-by chicken.
Right. Like I said, I'm sorry, it was a run-by fruiting.
We coined it last week, the cheek jack.
Yes.
Oh, the million destroys the wall.
The barricade spot. I think Rikishi's the only other human being to sit there and do a barricade spot with his fucking posterior.
Pop Rocks on the floor.
Yo!
Rocks win by count out. That's so huge. I like it.
I mean, it still helps Jada here, but goddamn.
Right. AD, we appreciate that, sir. Be like AD. Get yourself some merch and wear it everywhere you go.
Well, so I'm going to read this. My wife got us 3 Raiders home game tickets this year. I will be wearing my Wrestling for Life Network t-shirt, honor my Max Crosby jersey. Absolutely. That shout out A, Max Crosby. B, shout out as part of Bill's Mafia. I can respect, Raiders Nation.
Oh! It's over.
That goddamn ref hit a 4 count or 5 count with that shit.
Deep.
But
ladies and gentlemen, still your women's champion, Roxy, gets the W. I like that match a ton. Big win for Roxanne. And I don't think we're done yet, Nick.
Has each match been a bit of an escalation, I feel, so far, with No Mercy? And that's just all the way dope. We're going to be at Raiders Nation. But I think we get a Julia or somebody. They show the replay of the hip thrust barricade spot. Like Roman Reigns with yams out there is Jada Parker.
A lot of people are going to be talking about Jada Parker tomorrow, and that's good for Jada Parker. Like, again, not everybody pays attention to NXT. People are going to see highlights of that match, and it's going to be good for her. I would say I'm more excited for Jada Parker as a prospect than I am or was for Nikita Lyons.
Like, to me, I'm with Nikita Lyons is just
lights out!
Lights out!
Nick, what the hell? Oh, wait, is Anthony waiting to get in?
Yeah, you do the things, cameraman. We've got smoke, we've got steam, we've got things popping off, things changing around.
It's going to be Julia, folks. She has arrived.
I don't know. You got Stephanie Baker out there looking like a goddamn demon. Who's it going to be?
Julia! Look who it is! Julia is in the building!
Julia. God damn.
It is here! Wow. And
let's go. We've been waiting for
nerd.
this. We thought that this was going to happen all the way when it comes to NXT Heat Wave and everything like that. And now we've got an official, like a referee whistle. We've got Julia out here stepping up to Roxanne Perez.
She looks like $1 million, ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't have to find out, and we don't have to wait to find out.
That's a hell of a
Roxanne
shot,
will be
though.
taking on
That's
next.
a hell of a shot. You have Julia out there on the apron, and you've got Roxanne there, like fucking Smeagol with the title belt, you know, right behind her and everything like that.
This is going to bang in a big way.
This is a smart way to bring somebody like a Julia in. You bring them in through NXT so you can reintroduce them. You can introduce them to the U.S. audience and everything like that. You establish them versus a Roxanne Perez, so you already know where they should be at in the way that you view them.
Yeah, I think it's twofold. And that was we're going back to a commercial spot, folks. It's twofold. One, you get the ability to, you know, alchemate your new signing to your process, your way. See if there's anything bad habit-wise or whatever to work through. And then in addition to that, you introduce the talent to the fan base. Because not everybody watches. Like, as much as some parts of the IWC think they have their pulse on everything, there's a big chunk of wrestling fans that just watch the wrestling and enjoy certain wrestling. They don't know who Julie is. We got to show them why we care. And I think it's outstanding.
Yeah, absolutely. There's folks in the IWC that think they know someone and they really don't. Or they act like and bring the persona like they know everything about professional wrestling and they don't. So this is like the prime opportunity for WWE to, like Nick said, reintroduce this woman to the WWE side of professional wrestling.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Julia A.G. to the 100. And we've seen it. We've talked about it even with like Stephanie Vaquero. Like, we know about her, and we know about her a bit because we watch all the wrestling. We watch anything and everything. Versus your casual, your full sale audience, your Denver, Colorado's may not fully know, unless that's the hell of a way that you present her. The lights go out, the fucking smoke, the smog, and everything, and just looks like a fucking world beater the second she comes out.
Yeah, and what you do is you set up like the people who are in the crowd who are like, I don't know who she is, but she just got this big entrance. She looks amazing, and she's nose to nose with our champion. She must mean something. Like,
they made a big deal about this, so she must be a big deal.
100%.
Right.
Anthony, I got to admit, I don't know how long you were in the back waiting, because I didn't realize it goes to a second screen. You were hidden down below, sir. My apologies.
I wasn't in there long. I did see the back half of that match though. I thought Jada Parker was gonna pull it. I thought she was gonna pull the victory at one point.
Right.
She looked really impressive, and it very much, like you said, KJ, people are going to be talking about, like, outside of, you know, the Julia and Roxanne Perez, they're going to be talking about too with Jada Parker and how much she was involved with this and everything.
Yeah.
Like, she showed up and showed out because that's what the show's about with that.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, again, we know what the wrestling fan base is like. And again, she's a very attractive woman. She's going to get memed the shit out of. They're going to give her a lot of attention. But in addition to that, as much as that brings in the eyes, her wrestling is solid. And that match was solid. There's good spots in that match that people are going to want to rewatch.
100%. As you clicked on MDB saying, KJ just described me as a wrestling fan. I don't give a f about international wrestling. That's why we got you covered. We watch anything and everything so we can speak about it. So you don't have to. We got you covered on that shit.
Spoiler alert, there's some of it we don't like either, but we still watch it.
Yeah, well, speaking of things and not liking things, of Niner for Life saying No Mercy and Trash in Berlin is garbage. So
of course it is.
Man is just not happy about anything.
Right? Was there a Niner in there? Shit.
You calling from a walkie-talkie?
But ladies and gentlemen, we are heading into the main event. I will take a moment to remind everyone we are back tomorrow, 7:30 p.m., as it says on the screen, for Monday Night Raw. We are the pre-show, and then we get you all the action all night long, and then every show through the week, NXT all the way to SmackDown and Rampage on Friday, We got tons coming up. We are heading towards All Out. Again, another pay-per-view, more go-home shows, more twists, turns, surprises, and anything and everything we can cover for wrestling. Make sure you hit like, share, subscribe. Click that little button as we got more coming your way, more content, more new stuff. And us three have nothing but fun bringing all this content to you guys. So be a friend, tell a friend, spread the word. We want to hit 6K today.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Man said it so nice we couldn't follow it up.
That's all right. I should have transitioned out. But yeah,
No, you're good.
Main event coming up, boys.
Well, and so I thought this could have been the show of surprises. I thought we could have had, a Motor City, a Moose. We could have seen everything out there on the loose. And instead, so far, all we've gotten is a Julia. And now I think, though, we're going to get something. Whether it's a trick turn, whether it's, Joe Hendry even gets a surprise win.
Mm-hmm.
That, to me, is a fucking shocking moment. Even if it's a Josh Alexander, is Ava Rain out here doing her best Cholo impression. Addressing Ridge's heel turn.
Sorry, Nick. We're getting a medical update on Andre Chase.
His condition, dark. Possible lightness earlier in the morning. This Tuesday, triple threat tag team match play. Holla, holla, holla.
Gallus, Rascals, Hank and Tank. Triple threat tag match for #1 contender spot.
Oh. Interessante. I am intrigued, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah. And then the launch show in Chicago with Punk.
Coming
soon.
Now I'm trying to think of who could be challenging in Chicago. Rascals in Chicago. I almost want a Hank and Tank. I love me some Hank and Tank. Gallus Scottish, warriors have fallen by the wayside. Make way for the Willie.
Make way for the what?
What? As Aura Manson taking on Alexis King this week as well.
Right.
That's crazy. So we're really also going to go into that. I forgot we're so close to this whole transition period in pro wrestling of shows going to different networks, commentary teams changing up, what have yous.
Yeah.
Craig versus Pete Dunne next week.
Yeah, I mean, we still have a few weeks to go, but October 1 is CW, so they're gearing up for it.
Right. But next week, we're getting Trick versus Pete Dunne, so does that play into effect with this main event here?
Perhaps.
Does Joe Hendry win it? Does Joe Hendry win it all tonight?
What was our picks? Who picked what? I can't, who
Ethan Page.
I think I took Joe Hendry because I just couldn't go against TNA.
Okay, so you stuck Joe. Me and you went Ethan.
I took the Canadian. I think 100% of, like you guys have talked about it, you get a Josh Alexander interference and you get very much the North establishes itself on NXT of, honestly, a Josh Alexander involved with anything in WWE. Like even a Josh Alexander Obafemi. Sounds pretty fucking good now, don't it?
Right.
So I think once you open that Pandora's box, maybe we don't shut it. Maybe we just, when's that contract come up? How about you like to sign over here?
As right now, we are getting the bunch of reaction videos to Joe Hendry.
Anyone else thought we were almost going to be there? What did you think about the Joe Hendry with the Hardy Boys there, too? Of even they stopped in the middle of the ring and did the whole turn.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
The whole entrance was hilarious. Even, them being a part of his theme song, Matt and Jeff. Crazy.
Say Jeff Hardy, and he appears.
Oh, Damien's our booker, by the way. I forgot. He just reminded us. Collision is this Friday. They moved Collision to Friday. So head-to-head with SmackDown, and then followed by Rampage the night before All Out. So yeah,
I got
thank you.
one piece of that, and it didn't cost me a dime. Joe Hendry for the surprise win, perhaps. This could really go coin flip. Like, honestly, of Joe Hendry wins this, and I think you both have mentioned it. This is all Twitter's talking about. This is all any sort of clicks online is talking about. There's going to be 10,000 shorts and TikToks made after Joe Hendry if he wins this tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the wrestling world is engrossed with what Joe Hendry can do with his talent in and out the ring. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
We got Koopa Page.
Is it a little bit like, though, with Elias when he was out there and could have sat there where he performed a live concert in New Orleans during WrestleMania 34 and everything of,
right?
We all cheer for the sing-song gimmick, and then they get sick of it, and then it goes away, and it doesn't come back. Like,
right.
I know Joe Hendry's fantastic in the ring, but where's Elias?
He's walking.
Oh yeah, someone's waiting to walk with Elias.
Right. Again, I think Joe has enough intangibles and enough charisma and enough creativity that he doesn't have to lean on this music gimmick forever. I think there will be a time where it does go away, and then maybe time after that it comes back. Like, he's not going to be this forever. I don't think so. I agree with you. It has a shelf life, but I think to me he seems like the person that could. One of the people that could find a way to keep growing. He seems so talented.
Yeah, and we thought that with Elias, and how'd that work out, Ezekiel?
Where is he? I don't even know.
Exactly. Everybody walked away from him.
He's currently reading the Bible on TikTok.
No, fair enough. As I've got Trick coming out here doing TikTok. Whoop that Trick. Bro, this is 100% of he is out there, jump on it, my pony. This is Magic Trick instead of Magic Mike coming out right now with this shit.
So we got some
world's sexiest footlocker fucking associate.
Like I said, it looks like he's a stripper whose gimmick is I work at Footlocker. Now coming to the stage, Freddie Feet.
Right.
He's blowing his whistle, though. Joe Hendry for the win. Ricky Starks, yay or nay?
Not today.
Not today.
Yeah.
It would be
it'll
a
be
holy
soon,
moment if it happened. But yeah, sorry, Anthony.
I was just going to say it'll be soon, but just not today.
Not today. I don't have, again, it'd be a huge shock, a huge surprise.
If there was a time that you could pull it, it wouldn't be a bad shout.
Again, it could be Josh. It could be a whole bunch of people. This is what I wanted, is this entrance on a big stage, like in a bigger venue. Yeah. Listen, it's crazy.
But do they just accept that Joe Hendry's just part of the roster now? Like, you just signed over here?
He's still like a TNA guy, Nick. Stop trying to steal Joe Hendry until his contract.
Yeah, hey, they're gonna get paid well. Do you want them to get paid like Swerve out there in AEW, or at least we can pay them at least a little bit more, make it slightly competitive?
Nick's got that arm out. He's with us now. He's with us.
Right. Now. Thank you. Just put my arm around him. You're over here now.
What? Look at this, man. Like, how is this guy not over? You don't tell me anybody that's in a decision-making position in WWE is not watching this right now going, cha-ching!
Is it the perfect storm, though, of it being 2024 in pro wrestling to where, meme culture and shit like that, it is a thing to where you even had the one dude that had the sign that the little face turns around and it does, the look over the shoulder and all that it is, as much as he is talented in the ring, the song and the gimmick and everything is a huge part of his response to him being over.
Mm-hmm. They're thinking, how many t-shirts can we sell? How many things can we run off this gimmick that people are going to pay money for? How many foam fingers or foam heads that turn? Like,
yeah, they're just bouncing between that and like, all right, so how much does his contract outweigh what we can make off of him? Hey, Anthem, you want to, we'll offer you 500,000 more than even his contract is. Ethan Page is still a huge guy. Like, he's such a
unreal,
already made built package there. Like, he's a guy, you slide him in with a Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, you slide him in with a Douche Canoes and all of that, and he slides in seamlessly.
Yeah.
As we've got him entering the ring right now. So, folks, if you haven't done so already, let us know who you're taking. Whether you're taking All Ego Ethan Page, you're taking I Believe in Joe Hendry with Trick Williams out here as the special guest referee. And could we get any sort of surprise or anything during match, post match, what have you?
It's a loaded question.
That's why I asked it.
We haven't got too many surprises tonight. I mean, Julia is huge. And I think you were on your pause when I said that Trey Miguel, I wasn't expecting him to show up. So I don't know. We could get a Josh Alexander, we could get a Moose. I'm leaning more towards Josh Alexander because I forgot Moose is facing Nick Nemeth at Victory Road for the title. So I'm leaning more towards Josh Alexander.
The fucking pop, though, when this guy just turned to the hard cam on his entrance. You would have thought this was WrestleMania 17 and everything with the way that this man, the crowd just lost their mind. He turned to the hard cam. Could it be to where we get a Ricky Starks or anything like that? The last I saw was him out there on Twitter saying, I've never rejected anything AW sent my way.
Fact. It's not a healthy relationship, Nick.
Oh no, it's toxic as fuck. It's a divorce that doesn't want to end.
Yeah, it's just like shit. The match is starting off, folks. I will give you a couple minutes to get your predictions in there because I delayed. But again, looking forward to this main event. And yeah, I think you're spot on. Either guy could win. I still think Trick's gonna have a big part in this, but there's Pete Dunne lurking out in the midst. There's so many possibilities for this tonight. Let's enjoy the ride.
Absolutely. I said it's one fall.
One fall.
You gotta do the chant there, like
whoop that Trick. Whoop that Trick.
Ethan already yelling at Trick. You're gonna call this right down the goddamn middle.
See, Trick could be mad at Joe secretly because Trick was the guy with the best entrance in wrestling or in NXT, and then Joe showed up and outdid him.
But it's even still of, hey, I ain't letting the belt go to some TNA guy. This staying in NXT of, I was just champ. I'm going to make sure I get back in this. He could go still, Stone Cold when he's reffing, Undertaker and Kane. If I'm going to just pin both you motherfuckers.
Right? Ego, 53%. Like, that is one of the tightest votes we've ever had on this channel.
Yeah. That's a real tight there.
Apparently, Trick's wearing the tightest shirt because he can't button it because the motherfucker still even got to show off. See, I'm wearing the stripes. No, you're loosely wearing it. You're wearing it like a fucking Walmart worker's vest.
Right. Does that mean someone else is going to put it on and count the 3?
CM Punk?
Hilarious. Still one of the best spots of the year.
Shout out, though. Trick out here with Jordans,
right?
Like that, or I think those are Nike Air Forces, yeah. But out here with the kicks, just officiating in stripper attire.
Right. Dun, dun, dun. 53%. That is a tight vote. I'm shocked that many people. Again, I think it would be a huge surprise if Joe pulls this off. I want it just for the chaos, for the internet chaos. For what we do, Joe Hendry winning tonight is good for business.
Oh yeah, it's the 100%. Best. It's the best move for business.
Yeah.
You get attention, you get meltdowns, you get Twitter accounts that literally spend the next 2 hours of their evening tweeting about it and what have you. Joe Hendry right now in control. Oh, wrist locks working through here.
Good. Again, we're seeing more and more just kind of that classic start to wrestling matches. We saw it with the earlier matches with the ladies, like going into that old like exchange, the grappling before we get into the moves.
Well, and that fits with Ethan Page's kind of style, and Joe Hendry has the British UK style, and like we've talked about, of when he can show what he can do in the ring, 100% delivers versus he's just a catchy song, he's a catchy gimmick, what have you.
100%.
Shooting the ropes, shoulder barge, nothing. These guys are straight eye to eye. I didn't realize how like they're literally looking each other nose to nose.
Right. Oh, kick to the gut.
Oh,
crowd is going ballistic.
Ooh.
Oh, suplex. Oh, Falcon Arrow, real bad.
We walking with them.
Showing off that stretch. Oh, Page is going to counter it. You can see the feet start to click in, the things start to lean in. Oh,
big power slam.
Two got off the suplex. Trey, what up? Bradley is saying, "Oh my bad, I didn't get any of the 3 shows during the week." That's what? Who'd you what?
I don't know.
Joe Charisma, Joe Aura, Joe can work his ass off. Twitter Chaos is the best. I pick Ethan.
Right.
I love the NXT crowd. They are always on cue. Two go.
Big poop by Ethan Page.
Right.
Ooh.
The match is actually making us quiet. Like, that's crazy. Not much does.
Yeah, no, it's a little hard. It's a little difficult at times normally to shut us the fuck up, but this is doing a goddamn good job at it.
Really into what's happening here. And the crowd is so loud. Ethan Sucks is chanting out now.
Well, and because any moment here could really be the thing that turns the tide in this match here.
Right? Boom, boom. Big Irish whip into the corner. Big
close right out of it. And again, well, it's shown so far very much that Joe Hendry's had like the power stance and everything when it comes to this. Of you had Ethan do the shoulder barges at him, nothing. Joe Hendry does one clothesline, turns his man inside out.
Nice back elbow. Yeah, big strong guy. And people that don't see him as much as maybe like someone like Anthony does. I mean, he's a hell of a performer outside of being a good entrance.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like as soon as the bell goes, like Joe is focused. He's focused on the goal, winning the match, winning the championship, whatever the case may be. He's good in that ring, and I think people need to see that more.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, that's even been a bit of that discussion, even when we had Big Trouble Ben Bishop on here and everything like that, of saying how much Joe Hendry's even just got himself over with that. There's half a dozen people that have never watched a Joe Hendry match but know of Joe Hendry and get behind him and everything. Mm-hmm. And he's one of the lucky ones out there that fully backs up every vote of confidence that's in him with what he does in the ring.
100%. Look what Chelsea Green did in that same.
Oh yeah, Chelsea's fantastic.
To do, right? Like, she used social media to her advantage, probably to save her title run at the one point. Like, it really felt like those titles were going to someone else, and she got the buzz going. Like, she's done very well. I mean, she is married to Cardona, so it doesn't surprise me. But like, man, she has worked her ass off, and that intangible gets you over in 2024.
100%, and we learned from one AJ Lee of talent isn't sexually transmitted. So absolutely, she did it on her own. As Ethan with a 2 count here.
150%.
To think though that this is a main event of a pay-per-view in WWE in 2024.
Pretty crazy.
It's still
right?
a little bit crazy to think that
Mhm.
like we're gonna have Joe Hendry and Ethan Page, one guy who's in AW, probably when we're pitching this, and a guy who's in TNA, and we're gonna make it work.
Both men on the top turnbuckle.
Hendry said on the choke slam.
Oh,
I like how Trick's selling every bump too. He's just out there. He's doing it. He's Trick's just, the WWE NXT's, Aubrey out there, just selling every move, all of that.
Yeah. Oh,
big power slam. 1, 2,
Off the
2 count,
rope.
2 count.
Big. Again, big power offense by both men.
100%. When this is going to be your old school, more wrestling style match and everything. This isn't going to be let me hit a 450 corkscrew, all of that into a fucking crossroads cutter.
Whoop that Trick chance breakout. I pick. Peter Piper picked
it. That's all, folks.
I can do it. I pick Ethan.
Ethan right now going up to the top rope here.
Right.
Anyone else think it's pretty nice though that we're out here and it's 9:30? We're in the main event.
Oh, it's amazing.
I think that's a night. This has been a really enjoyable watching a wrestling here.
Right.
Yeah, we got this was a good weekend because we had a brunch with the boys and then we had a 7 o'clock start. 7 o'clock start. So that's so nice.
Yeah.
Almost feels like we had a weekend.
a little bit. We can watch the wrestling and have a weekend.
Down on Ethan.
Now, is he supposed to be hitting a bulldog when he does that? Because he kind of did it and he looked like he was getting into a bulldog, and he did the same thing with the last match he had on NXT of I'm going to just randomly toss myself up and over the rope here.
Yeah, I think he wanted a little more connection there, but got enough.
He connected with the stairs real well.
Back to the stairs. Nick's like, fuck these stairs.
I fucking hate half this show is just trying to trigger me.
Ego's edge.
Razor's edge onto the apron.
Ooh.
Ethan Page does kind of have a little bit of that vibe. If he could do the button up, stretched out shirt and everything. Hey, Chico.
Oh, we got to count.
Well, actually, no, he's Canadian, so it'd have to be like a boot and everything like that. Do Canadian fucking Razor in the room.
999, he's in.
Oh, he slides in.
Those are unfair and hurtful stereotypes, Nick. Can you please be careful? To upset the Canadians. We don't want to upset the
What you're saying is they are accurate and factual stereotypes. So you
Right.
can have that. That ain't even what I'm mad at.
The Canadians may send you a stern letter, sir.
A stern letter, a cease and desist. I have to see the
Right.
the prime minister. There's no Canada like French Canada. It's the best Canada in the land.
A strong talking to.
Right, a stiff. I'm not your buddy guy. I'm not your guy, friend.
Right. Oh, Joe's got him up.
Gonna hit his own Razor's edge. Kind of got it.
Yeah, he got it.
Little bit.
That hit.
Two count.
Two.
That more was like a rusty gate instead of a Razor's edge there.
That was a little of a slow count from the ref there. I didn't like that.
Oh,
I didn't like that. It was a little slow.
A little slow. I don't trust Trick. I don't.
There you go. I like Nick's pet peeve: stairs and spooky Joe. And then apparently, MDB speaking for you, of Canadians would apologize to Nick for being upset at Nick.
Exactly. And Adam, please refer to Boston's Nick of List or list.
Yeah, 1,001 holes here and shit like that. Yeah,
1,001 grapes.
You know what grinds my gears?
Wendy Chew. Back and forth. Yeah. Look at the crowd in the hard cam shot. Standing.
Oh yeah, well, and I'm still halfway just popping a little bit with Trick out there. Like I said, he's doing his best. You know, Aubrey out there just hit him. Yeah, he's doing a thing.
Joe getting the crowd amped.
Oh, and the turn to the hard cam.
Look.
Stomp, clap.
The man is putting the world on notice.
We will. Hendry. Stomp, clap.
He hit it. No way. Trick's going to turn.
Oh, well, he's looking very. One, two. Aubrey notices the foot. Hey, Aubrey, pay attention, motherfucker. That's how you notice a foot on the rope. You don't have to walk over it like a dumbass to sit there and still not notice it. Open your eyes. But was that a bit of a trick?
Trick. Oh, are we gonna get Josh
out? Oh, choke slam.
Oh. Standing ovation. Another rev. That's bullshit.
1, 2.
2. Wait. When has a ref ever made it there?
That man was out there with the quickness. That man was just, I know my spot.
He's been waiting for this moment. The ref was waiting for this moment his entire life.
They were like, no. He's like, I'm gone.
Right. He heard the open challenge there for a referee spot and just went a running.
Right.
2, Joe Henry.
What a match. DDT into the belt.
Oh, yeah. 1, 2. Trick breaks up the count.
No, he says no.
As now Trick's about to lay out. He's saying, you sat there and did that bullshit on that belt. I'm about to lay your punk ass out.
Oh, he hit the other ref. No way. What is happening?
Go Henry, choke slam. Robo.
Oh, he's going to get that belt.
Razor's edge.
Chucked him.
1, 2, 3.
Wow.
And your winner, all ego, Ethan Page. Holy shit, I almost thought he was going to do it.
Yeah, well, Trick's necklace broke, and you can see it draping over his ear out there. Yeah. As Ethan's looking at Trick of like, you going to raise my hand? You going to raise my hand?
Yeah, I mean, this works. This is pretty good.
Well, he's out there. Trick's very much looking, what do I do here? And they really had us all believing there for a quick second of, oh my God, they're going to do it. They're going to do it.
Raise my hand. Raise my hand. Ooh.
Emma, see, the thing is Trick's full feud is it right now with Ethan Page is with Pete Dunne. And I'm surprised we didn't get a Pete Dunne. We didn't get a Josh Alexander. We got no run-in. So the only surprise we got tonight was Julia so far.
That's a good surprise, though.
Oh, and I'm not saying it ain't, but I thought this could have been, we get, damn near a surprise a match.
Yeah, but you knew they weren't going to go that ham.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe, we hope. I really enjoyed that main event. I honestly thought Joe was going to take it.
Like, that was really interesting that they just showed to the DDT on the spot. And then when Trick, backslides in, I'm like, no, you ain't, bitch. I thought that was where we could have really turned it. And then that's when Joe ends up winning because Trick got involved and broke up the obvious 3 count for Ethan.
Yeah. No, I again, you're like, oh shit, Joe's gonna pull this off because Trick saved the day, and then Ethan throws a low blow and makes everybody hate him.
That was a good match. I liked it. I enjoyed that.
Has Ethan Page already been better in NXT than he was in AEW?
100%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, Dunner! Dunner's got Trick! Dunner's got Trick!
Pomano. Bitter end.
Bitter end on the floor.
Pete Dunne's just really found what Pete Dunne was going to be, I think, on the main roster a bit. Yeah. Of just that, holy shit, could show up out of anywhere, and I'm going to just stretch the ever-loving sugar honey iced tea out of you.
They just hit reset with Pete Dunne. They turned him back into old Pete Dunne. Like the Pete Dunne we first got introduced to, or the guy that would eat the leather strap on the way to the ring when he had the title. Like, that was the Pete Dunne. I think we might get a fatal four-way coming up between these four men, by the way.
Perhaps, but you see very much Pete Dunne staring at Ethan Page right there to end No Mercy, and that could be your future world title feud there. And like you said, of what they've done with Pete Dunne, they've even had him go after specifically with Sheamus of, I'm not Butch anymore, motherfucker. So he's really established back who he was when he was the bruiserweight, when he was Pete Dunne and everything.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. But so that does it for NXT No Mercy. I'm going to be honest, I dig it. They started at 7 o'clock. We started at 6:30. Pre-show started at 6, and we're out of here before 10 o'clock on a Sunday night.
Yeah,
that's a nice little get right there.
Right. That's how you pace a premium live event.
100%. Yeah, 3 hours and 15 minutes live, including pre-show. That's a good night. That's a fun pay-per-view. Energy's high. We don't feel like we just, we were through an absolute mission to get that. And again, I feel like it allows them to keep the energy level kind of up at a high level from start to finish. Like every match is coming in with energy, even if you don't like Wendy Chu.
Well, and fuck Wendy Chu, and nothing dragged, and like even how Anthony said every time when we were out here watching Basher Berlin, there was no giant, half-hour delay between anything. We might have gotten a video package, what have you, between matches, but that's enough that still lets everything breathe. Like we had Julia show up, and I don't feel like that was lost in the shuffle with the main event happening right after it.
No, I think it's going to be huge. And I think there will be some fans out there. And by the way, folks, the show has come to an end. Get your rating out of 10 into the chat. Let us know how you felt about the show. What did you like? What didn't you like? I think for me, there are going to be fans out there. Oh, that wasn't a good show. And, blah, blah, on the basis that there wasn't more surprises, that there wasn't more turns or twists. But right now, they're really letting the wrestling speak for itself. Like really quality matches, minimal interference, minimal extra stuff, unless the story calls for it. And for me, like that Joe match was highly entertaining. That was a really fun main event. And I think it's important to remember that just because we fantasy booked this doesn't mean they failed by not giving it to us. They have so many options to trickle our way.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you said it best. It always comes back to that fantasy booking. If it doesn't go your way, the entirety of the show sucked. It was great. I wanted more TNA surprises there. We didn't get it. I'm not upset, but the show was great. The show was great from top to bottom, even with Wendy Chu.
I was right though, fuckers. Now wasn't I?
That was awesome.
But also, though, still, that's 100% again consensus across the board here. I know Will still. That's part of even halfway what we do of try and fantasy book, try and guesstimate, and take go away at what they're going to do and everything. But just because they didn't do what we thought they were going to do doesn't mean it was a bad show. 100%. That's still. Jada Parker 100% delivered. The Joe Hendry, Ethan Page match delivered. The tag match 100% delivered. Oba and Tony, it's hard to find any sort of a bad moment on anything that happened here.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, again, go ahead, Anthony.
I was gonna say, the only thing I can think of was like the little mishap with the top rope with the Wendy Chu match, but other than that. The entirety of the show.
Funny how that might have happened with who involved? Shut up, Anthony.
we gotta have Nick.
Don't fit. You must have quit.
Nick has to have his moment because he can't win any of the court cases. So.
No, hey, we got here and sat there and said even people of like, Oh, no, and said, you Christ out there even agreed about how you've become a fan of CM Punk and everything. Where the fuck was that during court? Everybody wants to help me win a case after the fact.
Right.
Where were y'all when I was actually out here fighting in these streets?
You're on your own.
Nick is a public defender. You goddamn right I am.
Yeah, 100%. Underpaid and overworked, folks.
Right.
Great live. Thank you so much for the kind words. 7.5 out of 10 is my rating. I wonder how people are gonna downplay Julia. I don't think so. Everybody knows this is a big deal. It's gonna be good. They're gonna book her well. Anybody worried that this is not gonna pan out? Like, this feels like we're off to a good start.
100%. And now it's gonna be, where does this carry over into the weekly show?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The IWC will always be the IWC, but I think it'll be great. I think Julia's debut was great, and what comes after, I think, is going to be good too.
Well, we've been expecting this since like goddamn Heatwave, since they announced that they could find Julia and everything like that. Even when she sat there and made the appearance at WrestleMania, we've been expecting this, and now we finally got it. Like, no, you can miss me if you want to be mad about this now and everything. We've been expecting this, and they did a hell of a job. And now you very much have set up that NXT women's title is a top tier division, 100%. I would put the NXT women's division over the AEW women's division.
I would put it up
the main title, versus main title.
Yeah.
Hard to argue. I ain't got nothing to say there. It's factual.
Well, here comes a question. We just saw 2 title matches at All In. We just saw 2 title match, or we'll go with the main event, like the Roxy taking on Jada.
Ms. Parker.
I mean, we saw those 3 women's matches, and arguably tonight's was the best of the 3 overall, as far as presentation, entertainment, overall delivery in the ring, smoothness, cleanness. I think this was the best of the 3.
You'd put the women's title on NXT match. You put that over Tony and Mariah May?
Neck and neck. We're really close.
Well, so 1.5 stars for Meltzer. There we go. I know what I'm doing. Just let me do it.
8.25 out of 10. 7 out of 10. MDB said 9. Rigo 9. A lot of people are really happy with this one. 10, 8. Gentlemen, do you care to chime into a rating here? 9, 7.5, 8. Nobody going low. No, there's always got to be one.
I think I'll give it the same rating I gave Bash at Berlin. I think I gave Bash at Berlin an 8, so I'll give tonight an 8 too. I really enjoyed both shows. Nothing was a dud at all.
Yeah, I think that might be the consensus. I don't even know what I fully gave Bash. I'm still trying. Honestly, I know we just did it like 12 hours.
I think you went a little lower. I think you might have been like a
7.5, maybe, probably. But yeah, 7.5, 8. Still really solid show, and especially for it being an NXT premium live event and everything. You've got the TNA crossovers and all of that. Really good show. Did less on the surprises, but better in ring than we saw with like All In, that skated more on surprises, but less in ring.
Yeah, fair enough. I think they're trying to do a good job of really letting the wrestling speak. That's like kind of the one thing that the AEW kind of always kind of had in their back pocket of like, no matter what, we will still give you better wrestling matches than that company. And I feel like they're on a mission now to be like, that's not true. We're here to battle.
We went from where the best wrestle to where the best fumble.
Wendy Chu had a great showing tonight. I agree. I concur.
She lost. That's all that matters. I was right. Y'all were wrong.
Right.
Deal with it.
8 out of 10. Yeah, I'll give it an 8 as well. I mean, I think the overall quality pay-per-view, and I always kind of base it on the energy level. And the crowd was loud. We were happy. We're hyper. We're into it. The main event took us on a ride. I really thought it was a hell of a match. As far as like, oh shit, it's over. No. Oh shit, it's over. No. Oh shit, he's gonna win. No. Like, I thought they did a really good job with that.
Well, they even sat there and made like Jada Parker versus Roxanne feel competitive. Like, oh my shit, she might actually win this year and everything. Like, from even the start of the show with the tag match, they never kind of put their foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm in agreement. I don't have anything to say.
They made Julia look like a superstar. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
You guys are both kind of give the thumbs up for how it all played out.
Yeah, and especially the theme song, the entrance music, that was really cool. So I guess whatever their names is, I can't even think of it right now. Did a great job. Def Rebel, that's it.
Yeah, but still, you could tell me whatever that theme song was. Like, you could have just hum any sort of music, and I'd be like, yeah, that was probably the theme song that she came out with and everything. It didn't stand out at all, but sure as shit, she stood out there of coming out with the fucking all the lights out, the goddamn smoke and everything, looking like Japanese Undertaker. And, you know, the whole, I really liked even seeing her name show up through the middle of the smoke and everything like that. And we've been waiting for this moment, and we finally got it now.
MTV's hilarious, right?
Yeah, Def Rebel. I'm sorry, did you want the zone?
What?
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 Clearly we're getting to that point. But yeah, no, a hell of a pay-per-view. Not much more that MCMG are they gone? What's up here?
I don't know. They still have Motor City Machine Guns a part of the background of the TNA app. Usually when somebody is gone from the company, they erase Trinity real quick. As soon as she jumped ship to WWE, she was off the TNA app and everything. So I'm like, maybe they return at Bound for Glory since it's in their home Detroit. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, that could be the interesting thing of, do they show up in a WWE? Do they show up in a TNA? And that was almost for the longest time the foregone conclusion that they were going to show up in AEW. And clearly that hasn't worked out. So now what?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where we go with it. I don't know. Again, the twists and turns of 2024 in wrestling has been outstanding. What a ride this year has been overall. So who knows? They could show up in AEW on Wednesday. We have no idea anymore. Like, it's insane.
Honestly, to sit there and try and keep pace with all of this and keep track of it damn near almost stresses you out. I was like, whoa, now if the moon is full, they might show up over here, but it's a waxing moon, so maybe they're going to be over here.
Right.
Like, trying to read the fucking tea leaves is insane.
Gilly saying that Berlin, and we are going to make last call on the chat and pack her in, folks, but we will click on the last couple here. You screw up and a failure, and you're the biggest failure of them all.
Huh?
Oh, so that's the quote for Randy Orton, I believe. But Berlin was strong. The substance is total. What were filler matches? What was filler? Women's tag team match. So when you do book the women's tag team division, people say that's just filler, but they're mad when they don't book them. So we can't win that argument.
Fickle.
Because
you can't put the U before the CK, so we got to call them fickle.
There's no way you can call the Terror Twins versus Dom and Liv a filler match. That's one of the biggest stories. Sorry again.
Yeah. Oh no, I interrupted you, but I was gonna say, like, I felt like that was the most entertaining match of the night, with the mixed tag team match, and it's one of the biggest stories right now on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. So what's the filler? And you got a 5-match show. You can't have filler. In a 12 to 15 match card, you have no choice but to have filler.
And that's the thing, is if you were to have a filler in a 5-match card, it's exposed like a motherfucker. Like, you can't hide from that. If you have a dud and 5 matches, it's known you have a dud. There's not enough matches you can run. You can hide from that. You can't have the crowd was fatigued during a women's match or anything like that if you only have 5 matches.
Yeah. Women's, this is garbage. I mean, it was garbage. But you have to let them present it, or it will always be garbage. So it's a catch-22, Boston. You can't have it both ways.
I feel like the biggest mistake was, and I'm just gonna plainly say it, Triple H lied on that press conference and said that he didn't give them the titles because they were in Scotland. He literally did, because he could have gave those women another 3 or 4 months as the tag team champions. And I'm talking about Alba Fire and them. If he really wanted to paint them as not giving them the titles because they were in their home country, I think they were trying to really build something nice with Bianca and Jade. And when that move happened, I think it just fell flat. So now we're in a restarting process when you were really trying to build that division around Jade and Bianca, 2 of your biggest stars. So yeah, I never believed when Triple H said it, plain and simple. I literally like, no, you gave it to them because they were in Scotland. And then it proved, because a month, 2 months later, they lost the titles. So
right. No,
that's all I gotta say.
There's nothing you can add to that. I mean, you're spot on. And I mean, again, and again, I never even thought of that. Like, it was almost like a unnecessary reset. So like the last little bit almost it becomes null and void because we're right back where we were. That's interesting.
Right.
I never thought of that. All right, let's last couple, folks. She can cook us at the tag team division. Blah, 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 blah. Singles mid-card title. We don't need to get in that debate tonight, do we?
I don't think so. I think everybody we all kind of were consensus with all giving pretty much tonight an 8 out of 10 here. You know, pretty solid for an NXT pay-per-view. Very much now that we've got we're into the waters here. The NXT NA crossover here. We had Joe Hendry out here challenging for the world titles, all of that. So nice little crossover, little involvement. At least we had a surprise. So still overall a good show. Not, the greatest show of all time, but a pretty solid show.
I thought a hell of a show. Good entertainment. Good energy. Right. Anthony?
Yeah, that great show from start to finish. No complaints at all. Everything was really entertaining tonight.
Match of the night, personal opinion?
Wentz and Wesley.
Oh, shit, that's a good one. Tag match might have stole it for me, though.
I thought that for half a second.
Yeah, I really like the tag match. That shocked me, but man, was I into that tag match.
Fair enough. I'll go Roxanne Jada, because I didn't think Jada, they were going to put her over that much and everything and really make her seem super viable with that. And then that's not saying anything from the main event. The main event really could have, should have, would have been there.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with that. I was going to say that as well. It was like that main event. Like, again, there was moments where I think everybody watching thought he's actually going to do it.
They're actually going to put the fucking title on a TNA guy. Vince is truly dead. They put a documentary out and everything. He's done.
Yeah,
he's just a Muppet now.
Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to say goodnight for tonight. Thank you for joining us, making us a part of your weekend. Don't forget, we are here all week long for all your favorite wrestling. Back at it tomorrow for Raw. Lots going on with Raw. 2 big matches at least already announced. So be there for that. And we got so much more coming your way. We appreciate your support, your time. Go check out the merch store. Go get your F. Meltzer t-shirt for a good cause. And go check out Anthony's stuff. If you haven't seen his TNA review, go check that out as well. Any final words, gentlemen?
No, I'm good. Great show tonight.
That's it. Wasn't a t-shirt. No, I'm good. Nick,
he's just that you can have that, and I'm that. I guess that not even what I'm at.
Right.
But no, our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you talking about that wrestling, you're able to put that for life with.
Have a good night, folks. See you tomorrow. See you on the flip side. Good night. We still live.